it looks like the Cardinal defense was able to close the gaps good in for an easy 2 yards. And I think they're going to try to establish the run really early here, Aaron.
And keep in mind that the Hawks are going against a north wind right now. That does play effect if you're trying to throw the ball. It should line up as the evening goes on. So that, like you said, Joe, probably going to start to establish that run. Number 3, Chase Roberts in. He is a junior. So he's going to want to get in rhythm. Give it to Mabule, number 34. And let's see that big offensive line for the Hawks go to work. 2nd down and 8 coming. Quick pitch out to the right in the middle of the field. Caught, and that's going to be a nice pickup. Gaining about 4 yards for the Hawks.
Well, he had a good break around the outside, around the right-hand side, and able to pick up about 5-6 yards. It's going to make it down to about 3rd and about 3 to go. So, good pickup and a manageable 3rd down for the Harlingen South Hawks.
Yeah, getting in rhythm early is going to be really important for both of these teams. A lot of excitement here, a lot of energy. This is a long-standing tradition here in Harlingen, so it's important for both teams to get in rhythm. I'm looking at that offensive line, Joe, for Harlingen South, and they've got some size. Here we go, quarterback in shotgun formation, looks downfield, wants to pass it, has a man streaking down the sideline, overthrown to number 15. That'll be incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he had him open. I think he had a step on the defender, Aaron, and it looked like number 15, Bustamante there. He had a step or two, but was just a little slightly overthrown. Like I said, he hasn't played in a while, so, he's got to get the rust out of him a little bit on there.
Watching a little bit of the tape from last week against Dutton North, the South Hawks took a little while to get going. Their defense was actually the one that got that momentum for them, that then got that offense rattling off over 40 points. And so here we go, South Hawks going to be set up for the first punt of the night. We do have number 5 back deep to return this one. That's Tristan Vasquez. He's been around for a long time, folks. And here we go, Bird Bowl 2020. Punt up in the air. He's going to say stay away from it, and that'll be down by the Harlingen South Hawks. Good field position for the Cardinals to start.
Well, he let the punt go and was able to get it, but it's still right around the 50-yard line. So the Harlingen Cardinals are going to start right at good field. Now we're just going to see. We're going to put a test to the South Hawks defense and see what they have now. Both teams are going to try to get that feel for one another. Let's see how it goes.
I tell you what, South Hawks, again, watching a little bit of that video from last week, that defense likes to fly around. Here come the Cardinals, long-standing tradition here in Harlingen, have won the Bird Bowl by a lopsided margin. And here they come out, number 4, Joe Zuniga, in the shotgun formation, sends a receiver in motion now, getting ready for the call. Here he goes, looks downfield, wants to pass early. He's around midfield or so, he's going to sling this one down. He's got a receiver open right around that first down marker, number 88.
Well, he had pretty good protection rolling around to the left-hand side. Zuniga was able to throw. Notice that he is a lefty, so he ran around the left-hand side, was able to get a really nice target to number 88 on there. So good job. Good job. I picked up about 9 yards, maybe.
I think you're right, Joe. 2nd down and 1.
2nd down and 1. It looked like he passed it, but we don't have the best view anymore.
Yeah, we're here on the sideline, folks, by the way, in this open air environment, trying to get, be as safe as possible, Joe. We're trying to stay away from each other as well in this call. And but we are on the sideline this year for the first time ever, and so we're going to be adjusting as we go. Bear with us. But we have an excellent monitor here that's going to try to keep us in the game. So it's going to be a penalty against the Cardinals. That'll march them back just a little bit. Coming out right away, slinging the ball. Cardinals trying to, establish the pass early.
I think that's exactly what they're trying to do when they had a lot of good receivers on there. So, but that little 5-yard penalty kind of stung them. Here we go.
All right. Ready for the snap here in that shotgun, as you can see. Looking over to the sideline for the play. Check out those signs, friends. If you have any idea what those plays mean, go ahead and chime in there on YouTube. I sure don't, but it looks like fun. Here we go, shotgun formation. Looking downfield. He drops the football, and he'll be hit in the backfield, but he somehow gets out of it. Look at him go, but finally number 32 of the South Hawks stops him in his tracks, and that's a big hit there by Caleb Anaya.
Oh, here we go. We got a penalty on the flag. It looked like he dropped the ball. It was a little slippery for him, but was able to make. It looked like it was going to be a bad sack, and it turned it out to a few yards. Well, we got our first penalty of the game, Aaron.
In case you haven't picked up yet, we are on the Harlingen South Side. Okay?
we're on
the South Side
right here right now.
I mean, literally, the fans are about 20 feet right behind us, and so I'm sure you're going to hear some eccentric hoops and hollers depending on what the plays are, right? So bear with us, especially if you're Cardinals fans. We're calling it for both teams tonight. We're excited to be here in Harlingen, Joe. Love our community, and we're excited for everything that's before us, this opportunity to be out here. Here we go, Cardinals now. Big penalty against the Hawks. That'll be 1st down and 10 to go on the 29-yard line. Again, set up in that spread offense. Waiting for that snap now. And the gray uniforms, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Run on the left-hand side. Nice spin move. Big stick there. But after he gains about 3 yards.
Oh, there's another flag coming out. A couple more flags are coming out. I think there's there's a little tension going on right now, Eric. Bird Bowl, a little bit of, anticipating. So we've got some, a little bit of, we've seen some. We don't know who it's on, but it was a short run that he did, number 11, Isaiah Perales. But we're going to watch out and see what. So South has already have 2 personal fouls. That's 30 yards that they've given Harlingen. That's not the way you want to start a game, Aaron.
No, it definitely is, and it's understandable that there's a lot of emotions attached to this game here.
By a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Out, try to settle them down, get their heads in the game, and let's get to play. Like Joe just said, 30 yards gifted to Harlingen now, and they're lined up on the 13-yard line and making quick work here of this drive after a punt, stalled out offensive drive for the South Hawks. Shotgun formation now for the Cardinals. Looking now, if he wants to pass, got a big number 88 down close to the goal line. He's going to catch that short of the goal line, but big number 88's coming in strong here for the Cardinals to start the game off.
Well, again, here we go again, Aaron. A great pass, was able to get him down for Ian Solis. But it looks like, again, we had a little bit of rough, I don't know if I flag or not, Aaron. Up looking to see. No, it looks like it just happened. They just gave him, they got a first down, 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal now for the Cardinals. Lots of extracurricular activity going on.
Oh, yeah.
After the whistle, the Whitecap's going to go ahead and blow the whistle now. He's going to reset those chains. So it's 1st and goal. Get those chains reset. Now we go. Clock's running. 8:27 remaining in the first quarter, and the Cardinals are threatening here deep in the Hawk territory. Shotgun again. Here we go, waiting for the snap. Keeper, left-hand side, gets behind a blocker, and looks like he's in for a touchdown.
Well, we got our first touchdown of the game, Aaron. There's another flag. Another flag. It looks like it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct. But we had number 9, Isaiah Bell, run a sweep to the left-hand side and was able to score for the Harlingen Cardinals. Unfortunately, I think there was a little extra celebration at the end, and I think they're going to see a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. But it is for now, 6-0.
I tell you what, on that play, we had number 9, that's Isaiah Bell. And gets in there, I guess we can call it a wildcat formation. And was able to get in there and run behind a nice blocker. So we have now is an unsportsmanlike conduct against the Cardinals. So 2 against the Hawks, 1 against the Cardinals unsportsmanlike. That's going to push them back for the extra point attempt.
And this under 4 minutes in the game.
Yeah, a lot going on. A lot going on here early in Bird Bowl.
As you can tell, Aaron, I think it's just the jitters right now are happening right now. So I think it's a little bit of, a little nervousness of both sides right now.
Totally, and it's understandable. These young players, they're excited, man. They haven't hit anybody in a long time. But, of course, they need to get their head in the game, and I'm sure they will. Either way, lots of emotions. I know there's a lot of emotions from the fans going on as well. Extra point attempt here. Place is good. The kick is up. The officials are going to say it is good. 7-0 with 8:13 remaining in the first quarter. Joe, South Hawks, Wade.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
further back. So they may give the South Hawks some good field position at least there.
All right, lots of back and forth here to start the game off. Lots of excitement here in the field. Again, for those of you out who are watching at home, I know it's not the same thing. I know you probably wish that you were here. So Joe and I are going to do our best job to be able to bring you into the atmosphere of what's going on here. Again, we're at limited capacity here at Bogus Stadium. If you look at the stands, everybody's doing a good job of being socially distanced. We got tape and sections, that way people can't sit together. Masks are mandatory. And so it's definitely a different vibe, but I tell you what, it's still exciting because it's Bird Bowl. So for those of y'all watching from home, we miss you, wish you were here at the game, but I hope you stay with us for the duration of the game.
We sure do.
All right, so like Joe mentioned, the South Hawks are going to be able to receive this at a better field position otherwise. So they should catch this one here on the 18. He's going to take it off middle of the field now, makes a sprint to the right, tries to cut up field with Carrion, trying to dodge some gray uniform Cardinals. We'll get to that in a little bit. South Hawks, good field position.
He had a good run, Aaron. I mean, he got it down to about the 36-yard line. So at least it's going to give some kind of momentum going for the South Hawks. Well, like you said earlier, with that big offensive line that they have, I would anticipate them running the ball a little bit more here and getting that quarterback in a little bit of rhythm. But they do, like you said, Aaron, they do have some big boys up in that line.
And last week, again, Mabule was able to really take it to Donna North behind that big offensive line. And so interested to see if they get back to that. They're going to start off in a pistol formation. As you can see here on your screen, that means the quarterback is in front of the running back. And they will hand it out to Mabule, but it will be blown dead. And yet another penalty, Joe. I think that's number 5 to start us off here.
So it was a dead ball, so it's against this Harlingen South. So then, Aaron, you get the ball at the 36-yard line, and you start off with the penalty. Now you're going to have a 1st and 15. This is not the way you want to start the ball game.
No, definitely not. And penalties. And I read an article this week, and I read specifically that the Hawks said we've got to reduce penalties.
Well,
and here they are dealing with some of those early on in the game. Still a lot of time left to play. We just started. Really 4 minutes on the game clock that we've been going. Here we go. Going to be keeper left-hand side on that read option, and he'll be tackled here, gain of 2.
He had a good little run in the end, so I think as I said, he picked about 3 or 4 yards. He was able to get a little bit of push from that big offensive line. So at least now you got a 2nd and 11, 2nd and 12, a little bit more manageable. Let's see what they come up with. But those guys up front are having a little bit of push in there and letting some lanes open for the Harlingen South Hawks.
Talking to Coach Manny Gomez right before the game, and we came out here, we talked about in pregame how Cardinals, never seen the Cardinals in silver/gray uniforms, and he mentioned that Nike selected 2 teams, San Antonio and South, to wear the all grays, and so the Harlingen Cardinals were one of the 2 teams.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez injury attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
All right, South here coming up. Again, got a 2nd and 12 after that penalty. And Roberts back there in the shotgun formation, looks downfield. Here comes some pressure on the outside. Lets it go, though. He's got a receiver. In and out of the hands. Drop pass, incomplete.
He had a lot of time, Aaron. He had a lot of time. Roberts was right on the pocket. Saw number 15 running across and was able to, he dropped the ball. But a good arm. I saw the good, he threw it right there. I think it should have been caught if it wasn't, I didn't think it was tipped or anything. But yeah, I think they're still getting a little jittery here. But good protection up front. Good protection from that offensive line.
Look, folks, they have not had a lot of practice. When you go back, there should have been spring ball, okay, that they should have started back in March. And then they would have off-season training and summer training, and they would have come back for 2-a-days. They got a lot of kinks to work out still. Roberts looking, he's got a lot of pressure, And he just gets rid of that ball somehow, Joe. I don't know how he did it.
I don't know. They had half the line was already up from him, so he had to throw the ball to save the sack, and now able to at least punt with the fourth and about 13 or 12 to go. But again, the Harlingen defensive line was able to get a lot of push into it right now and consider Roberts and made him scramble a little bit. So we'll see what happens. Now they're turning the ball over punting the ball back to Harlingen.
Yeah, second stall out here for the South Hawks on this end of the field. We got an official timeout. He's going to go ahead and reset that clock, and here we go. Punt formation again for the second time of the night for the South Hawks. And the Cardinals in those gray uniforms ready to bring the house, it looks like. Timeout called right before the snap. I seen the punter. You ever heard of that?
Timeout. Harlingen. It's your first charge timeout of the first half.
Well, now Harlingen.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Have any of that
They
right now.
don't
got
have
one
any
game
of
to go
that.
off of. Plus last week Harlingen, it was a pickup game essentially. They got that game squared away at the last day.
At last minute.
And so, I know Harlingen didn't bring everything to the table to that game. They did enough to win and they did it well. But you just don't know each other's teams tonight. And, that's why to me coaching is going to be on showcase tonight. Who can make the adjustments and who can pull something out of the hat that the other team didn't expect.
I totally agree with that, Aaron. I totally 100% agree with that.
All right, back to punt formation now. Cardinals didn't like something they saw in the formation, so they went in and called that timeout. Good looking snap now, kind of rugby style. Nice looking kick here. It will not be field. It's going to get a nice hawk roll. It's definitely going to push the Cardinals further back this time.
He got a good roll on that. The defender of the Harlingen Cardinals decided to let it pass by him, and as he did that, he got an extra about 10 to 15 more yards. So good job for the South Hawks to push the Cardinals back. Hopefully we won't see any penalties. South has got to get a little bit of momentum going. They got to get something going, maybe a defensive stop to get that little push on offense.
All right, folks, again, and just as I was saying earlier, just keep in mind here, these players have not had the normal time of preparation that they have in previous years without spring ball, without a full, summer training program, without two-a-days, and then preseason, pre-district, if you will. They're in their second game, and we're October 30th. Here we go. Number 4 for the Cardinals. He is ready. That's Joe Zuniga. He's going to take the snap. Looking downfield, wants to pass a lefty. He's got somebody down the sideline. In and out of the hands. Good coverage there by the Hawk defense, though.
That was excellent coverage. He threw it up to the number 2, Aiden Sandoval, but he was blanketed by the South defender. Good job on him. Kind of a dangerous throw to be, Aaron. I mean, it was anybody's ball was, on that pass.
So they call those 50-50 balls, right?
Yeah, the 50-50 to
And
see who comes up with it.
What that means is one team is going to catch it, right? Or incomplete, obviously, in that case. But, it shows a little confidence in your receiver to throw a ball up and let him go get it. And, it's nice to see, number 4, Joe Zuniga. Of course, the Cardinals, in the past, right, with Galvan have been a run-first team. They're coming out in the air this game. Looking downfield, he's going to keep it. Nice turn on the corner there, but we do have a flag on the field.
Number 11, Isaiah Perales, nice run around, got a 15-yard run, but there was a penalty on the field here, because that was a great run. It might be coming back. We'll see.
Yeah, and the flag was thrown here by the back judge.
By the back judge.
And so he was looking at something in the middle of the field. And so
that's usually what it is, Aaron. That is usually what it is. They got a holding call.
Unfortunately, number 11, Isaiah Perales, went down after that run, so he's being attended to on the sideline. We're wishing the best for him, and hopefully it's nothing serious.
Did he get up again, Aaron? Or?
I think he's up from where he was.
Yes. Well, that's a good sign.
We also got we talked about the size in the Harlingen South line. Look at this Cardinal line. Man, I tell you what, both teams are bringing the size this year on those offensive lines, and it's exciting for me as a former offensive line player to be able to see that. These guys can move also. All right, great game here, 7-0. For those of you all just tuning in, thanks for joining Joe and I on the call. Beautiful night. I mean, you can't ask for better weather, Joe.
No, you cannot. This is football weather.
Yeah, it is. A little crispness in the air, right, and a little bit of breeze. It's going to start to settle down more as the night goes on, which is going to open up that pass game. All right, here we go. Number 4, Joe Zuniga. Ready for that snap. He gets it. Going to hand it off to his big boy there, number 9. Makes some nice moves. His number 9, Isaiah Bell. Got that touchdown earlier, Joe.
Yeah, he had a good hole around the right-hand side. The offensive line was able to give a little seam in there and get about 8 yards, and now it's going to be a manageable third down with only about a yard to go. So good run and a good push by the offensive line.
Isaiah Bell had that touchdown earlier. And he's in the backfield again. Again, we talked about number 11, Isaiah Perales, being attended to on the sideline there. We hope he's going to be able to come back. But for now, Isaiah Bell's got the ticket. He gets the call again. He should have enough for a first down.
He did get the call, Aaron, and I think and he ran it right up the middle, and what happened was it got enough push to move the chains. So Harlingen, moving the ball, getting some first downs. I think South right now has to make a stand to get in this game. You don't want to go down 14-0 or 10-0. I think there's got to be, there's still plenty of time, and, they're still deep in the territory. But I think there's got to make a play happen. The defense has got to make some kind of play happen right now.
Totally. And I tell you what, Harlingen South team from last year into this year, strength has been their secondary. And so they're going to force that run up the middle. And so then that's when the defensive line and those linebackers are going to really have to come in to play here. A little screen pass out on the outside, trying to find some space. He does. A nice reception. Good pick up there for the Cardinals.
Got about 9 or 10 yards on there and able to get a lot of time. The quarterback was able to get some and flush out on the outside. Was able to get enough time to get the pass thrown. And it was able to pick up first down. Heard the man is called first down, so another first down, Aaron. So the Harlingen Cardinals are moving the chains, are moving. They're moving, at first or second downs. So South's got to come up with some kind of, plan to stop that run and to stop that pass.
Harlingen's been trying to go deep downfield, and they haven't had any success early on in the ball game. So now they're going to revert to shorter passes, screen passes, and runs, and try to attack the interior of that South Hawk defense. Here goes another run up the right-hand side. And this time the linebackers show up. Number 44 makes a nice stop there, Levi Ince.
A bell on the carry. It was stuffed real quick by number 44, really quick. So it was down for just a 1 yard gain. Great job by the defensive line for the Harlingen South Hawks.
Levi Ince, he's a junior this year. I called his name a lot last year as a sophomore.
I remember him. Yeah, he was, every time we did a game, he was all over the place.
And here he is in the middle, commanding that defense from that middle linebacker position. All right, here we go Cardinals now. Man in motion, looking downfield. He wants to pass this deep. He's looking downfield, wants a man. He's got one on the outside, complete to number 3, right around that first down marker. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch.
Justin Galvan was able to got the ball right at the marker, was able to get a first, moving the chains. So it looks like, again, Aaron, the South Hawks defense does not have an answer for that the Harlingen offense.
Beautiful job there by number 3, Justin Galvan, his brother last year's quarterback, of course, and did very well for the Cardinals. Now, little brother trying to keep the tradition going. On the outside, connects on the outside, little quick hitch right there, and that's a big-time pass play right around that first down marker again.
He got a good front crawl of number 5, Tristan Vasquez right now, but again was able to pick up about 8 or 9 yards. So it's going to be a very short 2nd and 1. They've got to put a little bit more pressure. I think that the D-line of the Hawks has got to put a little bit more pressure. If not, he's going to be able to pick them apart.
Tristan Vasquez, again, another name that's been around for, I think, 3 years now. And he's been playing for the Cardinals faithfully and solidly for about 3 years, I would say, on varsity. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he's been around for a while. Here we go, keeper on the left-hand side. Should have enough for the first down, is trying to push that pile. First down for the Cardinals.
Zuniga ran around the left-hand side, was able to get a couple of yards, enough to push the chains. And again, here we go with a little, tensions are flying again. And here come the flags.
It was just a little bit of scuffle there, but then I saw a haymaker, Joe. A haymaker came in, and that was a big old punch.
Don't want to see that.
All I saw was the arm levitate above that group of guys there. But this is going to be a 15-yard penalty against somebody, and we're getting close to seeing an ejection, I believe, Joe, if they don't calm down.
Yes.
Personal foul. Number 74, 15-yard penalty, and the play is disqualified.
Wow. So this one we're going against now Harlingen, and it's going to nullify the run. So it's nullify the play. So they're going to start off at about, they're going to drop back 15 yards, and it's going to be down probably about, 2nd and 16 or 17.
And I'll tell you what was interesting about that, and I just mentioned, the officials are they want the kids to stay in the game. They don't want to eject anybody, but at the same time, they have to set a standard, Joe. And finally, like I said, I saw a haymaker, meaning that someone flagrantly is what they'll call it, attacked another player, and so that player has now been ejected.
I totally agree with you, Aaron. I think the refs have to get it in control immediately. So far, we've already had 4 unsportsmanlike conduct fouls, and they're not going to stop calling these unless, it's, the game gets a little bit more fair here.
Take out the aggression between the whistle. And here we go now. Cardinals are ready. Spread out wide. They got 3 wide receivers here to the close side of us. And they're getting ready to snap this ball. They do. Left-hand side, it's a screen set up there to Tristan Vasquez, and he's going to be taken down quickly. Nowhere to run for him.
Got a small gain for number 5, Tristan Vasquez for the Harlingen Cardinals. But we got a second down here for the Cardinals, so it's looking, they got to make a stand. We've talked about this. Got to make a stand on defense, Aaron, because right now that offense of Harlingen is pretty much doing what they want.
Totally agree. But you know what? They've been stalled out right around that same area of the field, though. It's kind of interesting. Like, you feel like they've gotten a lot of first downs, but they're really still almost on their side of the field. So it's been a slow go for this offense this round. Here we go. Cardinals ready to go. Got number 9 in the backfield. He's been terrorizing that defense so far, but it's going to be a pass play. He's going to keep it, pulls it, runs. Lots of green jerseys around him. Looks like they'll stop him for a short game. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, it was a good run around the outside, but not the Hawks defense. Got to give them credit. They were able to swarm and stop that for a minimal gain. So now they got about a 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7. This is a chance right now. I think Harlingen South has got to make the stand and get that ball back to their offense.
Yeah, we talked about that. You've been mentioning it, Joe. It's like South has got to come up with a stop.
Yeah.
This is your best opportunity with a 3rd down and 8 to get a stop here in that Cardinal offense. I'm looking for a RPO, run pass option. Put the hands in your best athlete there, number 4, and let him try to go to work. He's going to look downfield. Once the letter flies, got a receiver. Tristan Vasquez lays out for the pass, but just ahead of him, incomplete.
Wow, that was a laser throw by Joe Zuniga, and had Vasquez pretty much open and led him a little bit onto it, but wasn't able to come down with the ball. That would have been a great gain. That would have actually been a 1st down. Yeah.
All right, here we go. 4th down. Looks like the punt team. No, they're going to keep that offense in there, Joe. It looks like the Cardinals are going to try to make this happen. They don't want to have this stop so early on. So going to line up here in shotgun formation. Dropping back now, so it could be a quick punt. Sure it is. A little quick punt. End over end is going to roll down towards that goal line, and it will go touchback.
Well, yeah, he did a little pooch kick. It wasn't that simple because he was able to get it. Now it looks like South has made a good stand.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Comfortable and continue to roll. All right, no gain there for the Hawks.
Got a no gain for number 34. Right into a wall of the Harlingen Cardinals defensive line. Might have even been a loss of 1, Aaron. So good job. Good penetration by the Harlingen Cardinals defensive line to get in there and stuff that run really quick.
South Hawks just have not been able to find an answer yet to really stretch the field and get downfield. You could look and say, well, he's going into a north wind, right? Hasn't gotten comfortable yet getting some passes downfield. But number 34 also is trying to establish himself in the run game. 2nd down, you're going to be an RPO, rolls out to his right-hand side. Got about 4 guys trailing him, looking for somebody. Keeps it on his own. 6-yard gain for the quarterback. He finally takes his legs.
Good little sweep around the right-hand side. It looks like a lot, about 3 or 4 Cardinals chases him. Was able to get out of the pocket and able to flush out and able to get about 5-6 yards, like you said, Aaron. Good run. Maybe they'll get something going on. Got a little 3rd and 3 going on right now, so let's see if they can come out and get a 1st down. Desperately need to get that defense, the offense on the field.
You go, Chase Roberts now wanting that snap. Looks like he's going to free play on this one. He can throw this ball. It's going to come back. Overthrown, number 15. He could have done anything with that ball. It's coming back anyway.
Yeah, that was Jodibin Bustamante. He had a free play. Good job of him reading the downfield. He knew that was going to be against Harlingen, but that's going to at least get able to get him a first down. So at least we don't have to see the punt right now, because right now you don't want to get that South defense back on the field, being, moving in and out. So good job by the offensive line there.
I was feeling there for a moment, Joe, earlier on, about 7 minutes ago on the game clock-wise, that the Cardinals were really starting to build momentum. If they would have gotten that second touchdown after that second short field, it would have been something for the Hawks to try to come and come back from that. But now the Hawks get a fresh set of downs. They got a chance here. Chase Roberts hands off to Mabule, and another flag on the field.
Got a dead ball foul. Let's see. There's usually a false start here for the South Hawks. That's going to push them back here. And now we're going to have, instead of a 1st and 10, you got a 1st and 15. Those are the kind of penalties that drives the offensive coordinator nuts, because you now you have to prepare to get 15 yards instead of 10 yards for that first down. So, you got to open up the playbook a little bit more. Come up with some different play.
And this whole give 5, take 5, five, give 5.
Exactly.
It's back and forth here. 57 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 7-0, the Cardinals lead. And we're just so glad, we're just so, at the end of all this, we're just so happy they were able to witness and experience football under the Friday Night Lights here at Bogus Stadium. With all the uncertainty, got a sense of normalcy in this. First down 15 now. Roberts out to his left, connects with his receiver, trying to get that edge, cannot. And he'll be wrapped up there. Not much gain.
Not much, man. He got a sweep going around to Ethan Garza, number 4, going around the left-hand side. But it looks like the Cardinal defense was able to snuff that out and catch that one, and able to, get it down for maybe a 1-yard gain, if not anything.
So second down, and they're going to say 2nd and 14. They're going to get 1 yard on that carry, on that, pass completion. And, one thing that I've liked what I've seen so far for number 3, Chase Roberts, is he does have the ability to use his legs to create, to get out of the box, to find someone downfield. The issue is that every time he gets out of the box, he's got 4 or 5 jerseys following him, and they're chasing Chase Roberts tonight, that's for sure.
And another flag on the play. But you're absolutely right. And what happens is he has the ability to run, and it looks like he has that arm to go down and throw the ball. But here we go again with another false start, a dead ball foul that's going to push the Hawks back, to 2nd and 19, it looks like. So it's more difficult for them to get that first down now.
I'm sure Coach Ritchie is not very happy right now.
No, he's not.
Lots of penalties, so many penalties early on in this first quarter. But you know what? They have to be thankful that they're down 7-0, because to me, this could have been a totally flipped quarter, and they could have easily found themselves 14+0. And they didn't. So, even with all the penalties, the South Hawks are
South Padre Island Golf Club. Come for a visit. Stay for a lifetime.
That's going to be a long one. It's going to be, maybe pull out a trick play or something.
It could or could not have had any effect. I don't know. But I'm just going to tell you now that sometimes when that quarterback gets a little bit of breeze at their back, they feel a little bit more confident to air it out downfield. We've seen Harlingen try to stretch the field with passes. Now Chase Roberts is going to have an opportunity to have hit the wind at his back. Interested to see if they try to test those safeties and cornerbacks down deep, which they haven't tried to do all game long.
And we got another whistle. Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Second down, 19. Chase Roberts and the Hawks down 7-0. Wants a snap, looks downfield, pump fake. Here comes the pressure, and they got him down for a quarterback sack.
Well, Aaron, this is not what you wanted to see. Now we have, they pushed out Nathan Huerta for the Harlingen Cardinals, was able to get around the right-hand side, able to get Roberts down. Now they're looking at a big, big, big third down, which looks so it's almost unmanageable. So again, the penalties, and again the offensive line was able to let a sack go through. So we'll see.
On the field right now, or you look at Harlingen South has the size. The Cardinals have the speed on the defensive line, right? It looks like they got 4 linebackers with their hand in the dirt. and they're just coming with a speed off the corner. Here we go. Chase Roberts looking downfield, wants to let it fly, has a receiver down by the sideline, in and out of his hands, bobbles it, almost catches it again, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great game and great momentum, but he was not able to pull it down. Good coverage on the hand side for the Harlingen Cardinals. But that's the kind of thing you want. You want to stretch the field. You want to go for those 15, 20-yard passes, and they needed that actually to get it down. So now we have to punt, Aaron. Now we have to look and give back to Harlingen, and maybe in pretty good field position.
It'll be the third time the Cardinals would have good field position. Both of the punts earlier ended up with the Cardinals having short fields to work with, and it looks like, again, they're going to have that opportunity. And so here goes the South Special Teams, which has been working a lot tonight. Get ready for, I believe, their third punt. Going to be a nice kick up high coming right at me on the sideline here. Going to take a South Hawk bounce, but the Cardinals are still going to have about 55 yards to work with.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, J. Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. J. Gonzalez.
Their Wildcat, that is Isaiah Bell. He had a touchdown earlier, and I'm sorry, that's not Wildcat. He had the quarterback. Watch out for number 9, Isaiah Bell. Look quick, Tristan Vasquez on the outside, and they've been hitting those little outside quick hitches and screens, Joe.
That little screen, he had nobody in front of him, so he saw that, threw it at him, was able to get about 13 or 14 yards and get a first down. Again, Aaron, moving in chains pretty early and first downs. Cardinals have been picking up first downs on first down, making it a little bit less manageable for the South Hawks to come through here.
Tristan Vasquez really coming on strong right now, and all he's doing, right, and I'm going to watch here to see what kind of cushion that those defenders are giving those Cardinals, and they got about an 8 to 10-yard cushion, so those little quick hitch routes are open. Here's a nice toss out to the outside again, little comeback play for the Cardinals, and that's going to be right around that first down marker.
That was a good throw, good by Galvan. I mean, by Zuniga to Galvan. Was able to move the chains again, Eric, and making that South Hawk defense guess and see if they're going to run or pass. Right now they're getting beaten by the pass. And they're rushing up to the line.
Cardinals and pass, you don't always hear that, right? They're always a run-first team, but tonight they have been airing it out a little bit, getting to those outside hitches. Here you go, pass down the middle this time. Got a receiver open in traffic. He catches that, comes down with it, and he'll be down. I think it's another first down.
That was a good play. No, it was incomplete. We got it incomplete here. I thought number Ian Solis was able to get the ball.
So did I.
But I guess the ref saw it a little bit better than we did.
So from our vantage point here, we're down on the southwest corner of the field. They're now over there in the northeast corner of the field. So we're trying to get a best angle possible here to call this play for y'all. But either way, the official has the final ruling on the field. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Cardinals. Zuniga in that shotgun formation again with Isaiah Bell right next to him on his left-hand hip there. He's going to look downfield. Wants to. That's quick little out again. Catches that, tries to get upfield, and that's Galvan.
I think we're going to be seeing that duo here from Zuniga to Galvan. If they're going to give it to if the South Hawks are going to let that happen, the Cardinals are going to keep doing it, and they're going to make them pay every single time because it seems like they got it looks like about a half a yard shy of the first down.
You know, and it's a high percentage play to hit those little 3 to 5 yard outs there, and so they're doing it. Now wait for the South Hawks to time that right and then pick one up. That's yet to be seen. Isaiah Bell up the middle, strong running back, enough for a first down.
Was able to run right up the middle, Aaron. Was able to get a good push from the Harlingen offensive line, Cardinal line actually. So we were able to get the first down again, Aaron. Moving the chains already. It looks like they're almost in the red zone. So, I mean, here we go. We have to, the South Hawks defense has got to make a play, got to make a stand, maybe a turnover or something. Worst case scenario, maybe just a field goal.
Again, I'm going to put that out there. Those little hitch routes, high percentage, but they can be picked off, all right? So all the quarterback has to do is time it just right. All right, here we go. Fake to Isaiah Bell, out again, that little route there to Galvan. He drops this one, incomplete pass.
Well, Aaron, you called it right, that little hitch route again. but this time he was able to get it. But he did have about 5-6 yards, maybe it could have easily been a score. So again, if they're gonna give it to them, they're gonna take it. If South is gonna give them that play, it looks like Harlingen is gonna take it.
And what South is doing, they're running a zone defense. So that means that cornerback is lining up with the space already, and he's gonna give a little bit more space. So those little hitches are there. They're gonna have to switch to man-to-man to get up and play a bump and run to stop those little outside posts there. All right, here we go. 2nd down and 10. Ball is on the 14-yard line. Cardinals threatening again, 7-0. They have the lead. There's that quick little out, but he's going to go upfield to Galvan. What a hit, but he holds on to that football.
Looks like it was out of bounds, Aaron. It didn't look like he was able to get in down. So, oh, they got. No, it was a first down. Okay. Wow. Okay, I saw the ref, but yes, 1st and goal now. Again, here we go with that little same flats. I think those two guys are going to be really, really hitting each other. Zuniga and Galvan. We're going to see that all night. Oh, yeah, that was a good hit by number 1.
But what I see with that cornerback, number 27, right? So he's playing that space. We'll get to that here in a little bit. We're going to break down that defense here in a second. Either way, Cardinals here. 1st down, Isaiah Bell, keeper again, and it looks like he'll have his 2nd touchdown of the night.
Isaiah again with the keeper right down the middle, Aaron, and was able to get a good push from the offensive line, able to score for Harlingen Cardinals. Now making it 13-0. The extra point coming up. But once again, that Hawk defense, you really can't blame him in a way, Aaron, because I think they've been on the field quite a bit so far. The offense has been in and out, 3 and out, and it's not giving the defense much of a rest. So, I mean, offense has got to come out and make a stand, I believe, to get this game back on hand and not let it get out of hand either.
That's right. So Cardinals coming out here. You know, I don't have the stats in front of me, Joe, but I do know that it is very lopsided when you look at the wins of Bird Bowl Cardinals compared to the Hawks, right? And, you know, every year it's kind of like, you know, this is the year that we're going to have that come down to the...
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
On the nail. You have to come out with a little bit more positive. And right now, the Cardinals right now are gaining the momentum. They have the positive attitude right now. And South right now looks like they've just been punched. They've got to make a play right here. The offensive line maybe get a good return on the kickoff, but they got to get a spark going just to give that offense a little something to go on. Get that running game going and opening up the pass. Something has to be given. Something has to get going. If not, this might be in a traditional Harlingen blowout, and that's one thing we do not want to see.
Yeah, definitely not. You don't want to see this game go down to the end, and then really, you know, it's kind of like whoever has the right stuff for the night ends up winning. And I know for the fans watching at home, you know, it's like, I know if you're a Hawks fan, you're like, oh no, not again. Well, don't get too worried. There's still a lot of time to play this game tonight. The Cardinals, of course, doing a good job of getting out here early and getting some points on the board. Waiting for that extra point kick now to make it. Oh, it's going to be a bad snap, and the holder can't hold it, and that's going to maybe come back to haunt them later, but they don't get that extra point, and so they're going to stay at 13.
I've always believed that sometimes, Aaron. I always believe that extra point may come back and haunt you later. So right now, maybe this is the momentum and the spark that the Harlingen South Hawks need. They were able to block the extra point right now, and maybe this is the little push that they need to get them going. We need to see a long, sustainable.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
Let Chase Roberts get out of the pocket, some play action, look down.
Time, they're only down 13-0. It's not like it's over.
Kickoff time. South Hawks will return this to number 1 for the South Hawks. Jeremiah Rivera take that, trying to find a gap up the middle. Got a decent return there for the South Hawks.
On the return, number 1, Jeremiah Rivera.
Little extracurricular as to be expected with Bird Bowl. They're trying to fight for that football at the bottom of that pile. Either way, Southhawks come up with it, 1st and 10.
And they got a good, decent return, like you said, Aaron, and they got it down to about the 26-yard line. Let's see if we can get something going on to get a little bit of spark, a couple first downs, something to go.
To me, if you're the Southhawks, you want to stay close to that lead. You want to stay close, get into the locker room, make some adjustments. And of course, if you're the Cardinals, you want to be able to improve on that lead. So defense is going to have to step up here for the Cardinals if that's to be so. Roberts looks downfield, and it's tipped at the line. And it just kind of shot up like a rocket after it was tipped, and nobody had a chance to get to it.
Yeah, he had no chance on that one, but at least I know they're trying to get the extend the plays, trying to get the Harlingen Cardinals to play a little bit soft on top. But I love the play, to try to pass it down, try to get some momentum going, try to create some positive yards. So, one good thing, at least it wasn't a negative play.
Incomplete pass, so 2nd down and 10. I don't know if you can tell from watching your screen at home, but a lot of these players have masks across their face masks, right? And so they've strung them up somehow. Just to have that little extra protection there. All right, 2nd down, run. Not a lot going on there. The Southhawks struggling now to get that locomotive go, if you will.
He was able to get nothing on that play, and it was stuffed at the very beginning. It doesn't even look like he got a yard, so it's going to be 3rd and 10. Again, they desperately need a first down. I know I keep saying this, but I emphasize, you cannot get the defense of South back on the field so quickly. This is how things get out of hand in time. So we needed a first down here.
All right, Southhawks, Chase Roberts there. Shotgun formation, looking downfield. He wants to pass the ball. Here comes the pressure again. He's going to be hit from behind there by number 23, I believe.
Got a ball.
Ball's on the ground, waiting for the official to declare whether or not it was a fumble. But either way, and it is Cardinal football.
Again, this is what we were talking about. You don't want to see this. You don't want to see this. A turnover for the, now the Harlingen defense is going to be pinned back very, very, very deep. This is not what you want to see. And so.
Number 23 there for the Cardinals, going to call his name. That's Christian Luna, just bringing the pressure off that edge. And, what the Cardinals have been doing, Joe, is that they're mixing up the blitz packages, and they're bringing those outside linebackers, even their secondary guys, and they're just trying to chase Roberts down. They're trying to get him uncomfortable in the pocket so he can't get that rhythm going. Cardinals here, there's a little quick hitch. I will tell you, they were blocking a Hawk defender there because he wanted to come for that pick.
They're going to be running that play as long as South gives it to them there.
Interested to see if there'll be adjustments on the Southhawk side of the football, because the Cardinals, if you give it to them, they're going to keep taking it. 2nd and 10 now for the Cardinals. Joe Zuniga looking very comfortable back there in the quarterback position. Looks to the sidelines, looks at the cards, gets the YMCA, Chick-fil-A, 7-Eleven. He's ready to go. Moves his running back to his left hip pocket there. Sends it out in motion now, looking downfield, wants to throw to him. He gets it, and he's a big guy. He can run, and he's going to bowl over a few Hawk defenders.
We got a good little pace from number 9, Isaiah Bell. Was able to get some positive yards, maybe about 4 to 5 yards.
Yeah, number 11, I want to mention again, earlier on, he was starting to get rolling here for the Cardinals. Isaiah Perales, we have not been able to see him back in the game, so Isaiah Bell has been getting the call. He's in the backfield now here, waiting for that snap. He's going to hand off left-hand side, trying to find a gap, but lots of green jerseys following to the ball now. And we got a flag, gets thrown in from about 20 yards, and got another one on the field.
Well, there's our number 44. We're going to keep calling his name out there, Levi Ince. But he was able to get a couple of yards down the middle there. Good stop on Harlingen South, but I guess got to wait, Aaron, to see what this flag and who's it on to see where the ball's going to be here.
That Whitecap threw it about 15 yards,
wow.
Man.
So, Aaron, again, another personal foul, another 15-yard penalty. Well, in this case, it's going to be half the distance, but it gives them a first down, Aaron.
If you're the Southhawks, you've got to, get very frustrated right now. I think this may be 3 or 4. Now you're looking at 60 yards given away, for personal fouls that are really unnecessary. They don't need to happen.
And they make the drive go because it was a 3rd down play.
It was, and you're looking at a goal line stand. Now you're looking at a 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
And they're running with a full set of full head of steam right now, you know. And then you have to look also on the Cardinals.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
Aaron.
know, for those fans of you all watching at home, you're missing that awesome sound system here at Bogus Stadium. Gets everybody excited, right? No, not a lot of the fans are still moving around. You know, but not a lot of our fans aren't moving around yet here. Everybody's kind of bundled up. It's kind of cool. But we're waiting for some big excitement to come up here in a second. Here we go. Isaiah Bell now is going to throw the football. It's got to someone open the. I thought he was going to run it, Joe.
I thought he was going to run it, but he found Justin Galvan. Wow, he was pretty open there too, Aaron. Now, right now, we got with 19-0 game. Good throw by Zuniga and able to find Galvan. I think we've been hearing that name, that combo, pretty much all night, Aaron.
Well, that was Isaiah Bell, number 9. And so, you know, they lined him up kind of in that wildcat position, and he's run 2 touchdowns in already. Now he throws for 1. So he's got 2 rushing and 1 passing. So he lines up in that position. They're thinking he's going to run that ball again down and throws, and then he just drops back and he throws the ball to an open Galvan in the end zone. So Cardinals now pulling some stuff out of the playbook there, stretching it a little bit, and they got the upper hand.
I think you're absolutely right. When they saw Isaiah back there, I think they thought run, and then he just tricked them with a pass. And we've got a 20-0 ball game here in Bogus Stadium.
But how about that? Isaiah Bell so far here in the first half has been the player of the game. He's got 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 1.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats. Laguna Madre Baits, 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
That what I thought, right, coming in, Harlingen South again dropped 44, I think, on Donna North last week. And I thought they were going to come in and drop some numbers, right, some points down on the Cardinals. But that Cardinal defense, who held Memorial to shutout until the 4th quarter, brought that same defense tonight. And on top of that, it looks like they've got their offense going now. Little pooch kick here, fair catch. And Southhawks again will work. Southhawks, every time they've had the ball, Joe, they've had at least 70 yards to work with. Cardinals, on the other hand, have had 50 to 60 each time. And so the Cardinals have had shorter fields to work with every time because they've come up with stops, turnover on downs.
And that makes a big, big difference when you're trying to get the offensive going. When you're trying to get some momentum, Aaron, right now, and you've got, like you said, 75 yards to 50 or 40 yards, you know, and the penalties don't help. But I think it's time right now. Harlingen South has got to make a play. It's got to make a stand. Get that defense rested and get some first downs, put some points on the board.
All right, here we go. Chase Roberts, Ethan got us on the backfield. Hand off there to Garza. Gain of maybe a yard, Joe.
Yeah, Ethan Garza ran down the middle. Harlingen's defense was able to swarm on him. Gain a couple yards, ladies and gentlemen. But they're trying to open up that run and maybe to hopefully swing a pass here later. Maybe a little play action.
You know, the thing, I think Chase Roberts has the ability to stretch that field. He has the ability to get that ball downfield, but he is under pressure every single play, right? There's a snap there. He's running out to his right. Here comes the pressure again. Saw that helmet turn, but I don't know if he had him by the face mask or not.
Well, you called it right now, Adrian. It's, you know, Chase Roberts running around the outside and getting a lot of pressure. It seems like every time he throws, he's got a lot of Cardinal pressure on there, and that makes it difficult for anybody, to throw the ball. So we got a penalty. I guess you did call it right, Aaron. So here maybe is a break that South McGee, they got a first down on a penalty, but hey, right now they'll take anything right now for a first down.
Sometimes on the offensive side of the ball, right, all you want is to be able to look at a shorter field. When you're looking at 70, 75 yards every single time out, it's daunting. You have a hard time, but when you can get closer to midfield and your goal is that much shorter, it kind of gets you fired up a little bit. It kind of makes you feel like you've got some surge behind you, if you will.
Exactly.
So Robert's going to take this on his own, try to get upfield. Not a lot going on there in the middle, Joe.
Well, Roberts tried to get a little sweep in the middle, but again, the defensive line of Harlingen has just been, I think they've been dominating that Hawk offensive line, which we were talking about the size on that they have. But the speed of Harlingen is getting around them.
What I've noticed here is there's a lot of rotation on the defensive line for the Cardinals, especially the defensive tackle position. And what they do is they bring in their bigger dudes, right? The bigger are 76 and 90, and they're able to plug up the middle. And then what they'll do, like in third downs and passing downs, they'll bring in some lighter guys that are quicker, and they put that pressure on. Here goes a pass, nice little screen pass out to the outside, number 15 for the Hawks.
Well, that really went out for nothing. Maybe lost about a yard. They've got to get something going here. We got the ball right at about the 40-yard line. Right now it's 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11. We've stressed this enough. They've got to make a play. Got to get that offense some kind of positive yards.
Have to have that first down marker awareness. Where's your first down? You got to get the receivers out past that first down marker to catch a pass. Downfield goes a pass, but it is about 8 yards overthrown. However, we do have some grabbing there by the Cardinals and a flag on the play.
I saw that there was he overthrew the ball. It looks like it's going to be a defensive hold. He pulled his jersey a little bit. That's going to be a automatic first down, I imagine, though. Again, if you're going to get a first down, hey, if it's going to be by penalty, but you got to keep that defensive South rested out here. They've had the ball for a couple of minutes. They've got a little spark going on, maybe a little momentum that they need, but they've got the ball somewhere around midfield now.
And quite frankly, the South Hawks gave Harlingen, it is going to be against the Cardinals, first down. Quite frankly, the South Hawks gave the Cardinals momentum with their big penalties early on. That really allowed the Cardinals to keep that ball moving, and so now it's like the Cardinals are returning the favor and saying, we're going to give you a couple first downs for free here on this drive. Hawks have to capitalize. 1st and 10, ball is on the 45-yard line. Got to reset the chains now. I like being on the sideline, Joe, because we're having to avoid footballs coming in.
Yeah.
Cheerleaders running by, and it's pretty cool to have to avoid all the different things going on here in the field. All right, run up here in the middle. Chase Roberts trying to make something happen with his legs.
He's trying to make something happen. He did a quarterback draw, actually. Able to get about 3 or 4 yards, positive yards, Aaron. So that's going to bring a good 2nd and 6, but they're trying to stretch that ball, trying to get some deep balls in.
Here you go, Chase Roberts now wanting the snap, gives it up the middle. Abule trying to get some yardage here, gains maybe 2 yards on the carry.
You see him running around the left-hand side, but Harlingen's quickness is getting into the ball. I think he got 1 or 2 yards. But once again, that defensive line that you pointed out is getting a lot of penetration and is able to get to that backfield pretty quickly.
And one of the things that I noticed here, Joe, that's different now, and maybe it's just because we're on the sideline this time, but you can hear the crowd coming through strong because the bands are not around the fans right now. The cheerleaders are, so it's a quieter environment on the field. You can hear everything down here. All right, nice pickup for Roberts. He's got some space to run, first down and more. The Hawks spark gets going with Chase Roberts.
Chase Roberts with a good 12 to 15-yard run. Exactly right now what South is going. They're getting to Harlingen's 25-yard line. They're getting a little bit of momentum going, Aaron. I think this is what they need to get back in the game. You've got to put some points on the board right before half with 4 minutes left to play in the second quarter.
The Cardinals will receive in the second half. So
good
Cardinals
point.
Get the ball back. The Hawks need to put some points on the board. Chase Roberts looking downfield. Here comes the pressure. He drops it out there to receiver in the flat. Makes a move to the inside. Tackled. Good 5-yard pickup. Getting that momentum going for the Hawks.
We got a little bit of momentum. That was A.J. Flores, number 2. A good pass by Chase Roberts. But they're getting it going. The crowd right now is getting going. The crowd has a little life going on right now, trying to get the South Hawks going and get a little bit of momentum. But here we go. Got a good 5 yards there.
And I tell you what, Chase Roberts got smacked in the face mask when he got rid of that football. He has had someone in his face every single pass play. That one was no exception, and he was still able to get the ball out, remain calm under pressure, trying to get him some space. We got number 8 in the game now. That's going to be Candace Casares now with a run on the play. It's a little switch there in quarterback. Maybe he did get hurt. Not sure, Joe.
Well, Sandra Casares ran up the middle, trying to get a fake. Maybe got a yard, but this is a very, very crucial third down, Aaron. Right now, this is a stand where the drive continues, or do we kick a field goal? You've got to make that first down to continue this drive.
They pulled Chase Roberts. He is on the sideline, does not appear to be injured. Like I said, he did get hit in the face mask, though, and so maybe they gave him a little breather. So we got another quarterback in for the Hawks. Handoff, Mabule trying to get space to run, just doesn't have it.
Again, they ran the ball around the run side, but, Harlingen smelled that one. So now it's a big decision, Aaron, right now. Are they going to keep this going? Are they going to kick a field goal? It looks like they're going to go for it, Aaron. It looks like they're lining up to go for it. Let's go.
Xander Gossett is number 8. He's got a free play here, got offsides on the defense. Throw it downfield, got a receiver, throws the end zone. Incomplete pass, but they will get a 5-yard penalty.
But you got a 5-yard penalty. It looks like Harlingen ran the ball offsides. If so, it's not enough to give them a first down, but to make a little bit more manageable fourth down. And right now we're on the Harlingen South quarter. So there's a little life here on the Harlingen South the Hawks fan side right here is where we're at, getting them in the game. So they get an extra 5 yards, Aaron, 5 yards. So it's going to be about a 4th and 2 now with the 4th and 7. Maybe this is the momentum they need.
All right, here we go. Big 4th down play here for Casares. Going to hand this one off on the outside. Got a little bit of space, but not enough. That's going to be short of the first down marker. That's going to turn over on downs, and the Cardinals are going to get the ball back with 2:23 left to go in the first half.
They ran around that sweep with A.J. Flores, but wasn't able to get the 2 yards to get the first down. Pretty disappointing drive that ended here. Now you got the Cardinals with about 2 minutes and 23 seconds. And like you mentioned, Aaron, they will get the ball in the second half. You don't want them to score and then get the momentum coming and carrying over in the second half. The defense got to get a stop. They got a little rest here. Granted that we get no points, but they got a little rest at least.
I tell you what, that was a big-time stop for the Cardinals, able to get in there and stop a momentum drive that the Hawks have been building up there. The story there was a switch from Chase Roberts. More on that later, hopefully we find out. Here's Tristan Vasquez on the end around. He's got some speed. He's able to get up in that 3/4 slot, get a few yards here for the Cardinals.
He was able to get around the outside, and like you said, it's speed on there. So you're able to get it on there. So good stop, a good run, 4th down run.
2nd down now for the Cardinals. Going in, and keep in mind there, right, number 9 has been fired tonight for the Cardinals, Isaiah Bell. He's in the backfield. Now we know he can throw the ball as well, so I'm expecting anything from that backfield. He's going to send him out of motion this time. Looks downfield, wants to pass, has someone open, lets it fly. Reception number 4, right in the middle of a sea of green, Joe, and he's still going.
Galvan again. I mean, we've been hearing the duo here. I keep saying it over and over and over, but is able to get that first down, moving the chains. Now, we still got only a minute and 40 seconds to go, Aaron, but they're moving the chains, trying to get some momentum. I think Harlingen wants to put some points on the board before halftime.
They can do it 1:30. Looking at no timeouts, though. Only one timeout remaining for the Hawks. They don't want to burn it right now. They want to keep Harlingen off the scoreboard. 1st and 10 now. Bobble snap there. Gets on the outside. Is going to keep this one. Gets upfield to Zuniga. A little bit of a busted play there, Joe.
Well, Aaron, we've seen the center, sending the ball down to the floor. I've seen it about 3 or 4 times for the Harlingen Cardinals. Got to get the ball a little higher because it's making Galvan, Zuniga get the ball down from the floor every single time. Not every single time, but most of the times here. But 56 seconds left to play.
56 and 52 now. Zuniga takes a snap, has a man in motion. That's Tristan Vasquez. He has been going strong tonight for the Cardinals. Looks downfield, wants to pass, steps up in the pocket. Now he's rolling out, wants somebody, lets it fly. He's a defender ready to intercept that, but he misses on that one. Could have been an interception.
Should have been one, Aaron, I think, but he had all the time in the world. Joe Zuniga had all the time in the world, was able to get look at every read. He read one read, number 2, number 3. He looked at his 4th receiver, managed to throw the ball, but of course incomplete. But now it stopped the clock here with 40 seconds. So we got a, second down? Third down.
3rd and 10 for the Cardinals. Ball on the 40-yard line. Zuniga in that shotgun formation. He does not look pressured or rattled. He's keeping calm right now. He's going to give it. Bell on the outside makes a nice move. Good job there by the Hawk defense, corralling him in.
Well, this is what they needed. They needed to make a stop, make a stand before halftime. You don't want Harlingen to go marching down the field, score, and then get the ball back in the second half. Good job right now from the South Hawks. But it looks like Harlingen's offense is staying on the field, Aaron.
Cardinals well set up here. There's 15 seconds. They probably want to get to the locker room. Both teams going to want to get to the locker room. South Hawks, Joe, need to figure out that penalty issue. Way too many penalties, way too many yards given to the Cardinals here in the first half. They have literally given them a couple of drives where the Cardinals have been able to get close to that goal line and punch it in, all right? Cardinals are going to have to get in there. They got to keep doing what they're doing. They got a formula that's working. If they can improve on that, it's going to...
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, J. Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. J. Gonzalez.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the award-winning Harlingen High School Cadets. Under the direction of Veronica Peters and Carissa Salinas. The cadet officers are Second Lieutenant Sarah Urbina. First Lieutenant Viandra Cantu. Captain Kirsten Baracas. Major Sabrina Todd. And your 2020-2021 Harlingen Cadet Colonel, Ariana Herrera. Cadet of the Week is Emily Garza. Cadet of the Week is Dawson Enriquez. Special congratulations and recognitions go to Tony Altamirano for being the top seller for the Cadet Fan Talk fundraiser. The Harlingen Cadets will be performing a jazz routine to Faith. Take it away, Cadets!
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of One Chinchi. to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
ever again.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Getting ready for the call. Here he goes. Looks downfield, wants to pass early. He's around midfield or so. He's going to sling this one down. He's got a receiver open right around that first down marker, number 88. Keeper, left-hand side, gets behind a blocker, and looks like he's in for a touchdown.
Well, we got our first touchdown of the game, Aaron. There's another flag.
It's going to start to settle down more as the night goes on, which is going to open up that pass game. All right, here we go. Number 4, Joe Zuniga, ready for that snap. He gets it. Going to hand it off to his big boy there, number 9. Makes some nice moves. Is number 9, Isaiah Bell. Their secondary. And so they're going to force that run up the middle. And so then that's when the defensive line and those linebackers are going to really have to come in to play here. Little screen pass out on the outside, trying to find some space. He does. A nice reception. Good pick up there for the Cardinals.
Got about 9 or 10 yards on there. And
he's looking downfield, wants a man. He's got one on the outside, complete to number 3, right around that first down marker. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch. Got number 9 in the backfield. He's been terrorizing that defense so far, but it's going to be a pass play. He's going to keep it, pulls it, runs. Lots of green jerseys around him. Looks like they'll stop him for a short game. Third down coming up.
Manuel Hernandez, Alex Cavazos, and Veronica Villegas. Please enjoy our UIL show entitled Hope. Drum major, Cameron Hell, you may now begin your performance. Thank you for your support. And remember, Cardinal spirit never dies.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarra's in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarra's, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarra's in Harlingen.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Getting ready for the call. Here he goes. Looks downfield, wants to pass early. He's around midfielder, so he's going to sling this one down. He's got a receiver open right around that first down marker, number 88. Keeper left-hand side, gets behind a blocker, and looks like he's in for a touchdown.
Well, we got our first touchdown of the game, Aaron. There's another flag.
It's going to start to settle down more as the night goes on, which is going to open up that pass game. All right, here we go. Number 4, Joe Zuniga, ready for that snap. He gets it. Going to hand it off to his big boy there, number 9. Makes some nice moves. Is number 9, Isaiah Bell. Their secondary. And so they're going to force that run up the middle. And so then that's when the defensive line and those linebackers are going to really have to come in to play here. Little screen pass out on the outside, trying to find some space. He does. A nice reception. Good pickup there for the Cardinals.
Got about 9 or 10 yards on there. And
he's looking downfield, wants a man. He's got one on the outside, complete to number 3, right around that first down marker. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch. Got number 9 in the backfield. He's been terrorizing that defense so far, but it's going to be a pass play. He's going to keep it, pulls it, runs. Lots of green jerseys around him. Looks like they'll stop him for a short game. Third down coming up.
Yeah, it was a...
Here we go, second down.
The stars of the week are Jacqueline Welch and Anissa Gaib. The Southern Stars dance officers are Second Lieutenant Leah Villarreal, First Lieutenant Anjanette Aguado, Captain Megan Mesa, Major Samantha Pitts, and Colonel Abigail Martinez. Sit back, relax, and watch our Southern Stars show you their star pride. Take it away, Stars.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, J. Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. J. Gonzalez.
Students, welfare, and success at the forefront of all decisions. The Hawk Band is conducted in the stand. Still performing tonight by returning drum major, Senior David Cavazos. This is David's second year as field commander for the band. Our color guard is led by senior captains Ethan Gonzalez and Kirsten Nyquist. The drumline section leader is junior Isaiah Gonzalez. Tonight, the band will perform the first two selections of its 2020 production entitled The Planets. Music by Gustav Holtz and arranged by John Stanton. And now, Hawk Nation. Off your seat and on your feet for your very own Mighty Hawk Band! and gentlemen, the Hawk Band staff members are Laura Benavides, Richard Arriba, Jose Garcia, Raul Liendo, Josh Posler, and Juan Castro. Special thanks to Ronnie Rios, Director of Fine Arts, for the nationally recognized music education program. Ladies and gentlemen, our tennis teams are off to a great start this year. We'd like to congratulate our Harlingen High School tennis team on their recent boys district title and overall team win. We also like to recognize our Hawk tennis team. Today the team defeated Northside Health Carriers by a score of 10-8 in the area championship round of the UIL 618 tennis playoffs. The Hawks will prepare to face Laredo United in a regional quarterfinal match on Monday in Roma. Let's give a huge round of applause to our Cardinal and Hawk athletes.
No, no, no. Wear a face covering at all times unless consuming food or drinks.
You gotta keep tightening this shit, dude. It loosens up. You don't want this to like that legs, dude. Some of you get a leg so. One of them's all broken. I think it's that one. It's all cracked on the side.
No, no, no. Don't you see it says temporary closed? Sit on an empty row. No, no, no. Maintain distance at all times from other groups and individuals outside your household.
Wash the sanitize your hands often.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, J. Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. J. Gonzalez.
In 2020, excited to bring you second half coverage. 20-0, the Cardinals lead the Hawks right now, and the Hawks about to kick off to the Cardinals.
Aaron, we desperately need a little spark coming out for the Harlingen South. Here we go with the kickoff.
Long booming kick here. Cannot tell from this angle if he's going to be able to return that. He is. He's going to bring that one out. Trying to make a move here to the outside. Nice run back there for the Cardinals. He made something out of nothing.
Got it all the way down to already about the 28, 29 yard line. But as right now, the Hawks are down 20-0. I think right now, being on the defense, they've got to make that defensive stand. They've got to make a stand, got to maybe a turnover, get that ball back to that offense, and put some points on the board. If not, it's going to be a long, long night here for the Harlingen South.
Storyline lingering from that first half was whether or not Chase Roberts was going to be able to come back, as he was held out of a few plays there at the end. And here he is warming up right here in front of me, and so it looks like he's ready to go. But right now it's the Cardinals' time. They're out there on offense. They're going to get ready to move that ball. Zuniga looking downfield, wants to pass, has a man out there in the flats. It'll be incomplete pass.
So we got an incomplete pass here, started off the game. So now we're at 2nd and 10. Right now, like I said, South has got to make a stand. Get this game back in hand. Get that offense back on there and try to get some points on the board so it won't be a blowout here.
And if you're a Cardinals fan, you don't want to let up on that pressure. You want to keep going on that gas pedal, keep moving downfield as they have been doing for the first half, really been in control of this ball game. 2nd down and 10 for Zuniga. And he's back there in that shotgun formation. I'm sure we do have a frozen screen right now, so we're going to bring you the live audio so you can understand what's going on in this game. Going to be a handoff here to the outside. That's a nice pass out. Number 9, Bell, has been running as a monster tonight, and he'll get the call on that one. Not much gain.
Not much gain. Right around the left-hand side. Good stop right now by Harlingen South's defense. There's a little bit of whistle, a little bit of clapping. Maybe there's a flag. There's a flag on the field.
All right, folks, we do have some technical difficulties right now as the screen seems to be frozen, but hang with us here in this live audio. I'm sure it'll get back here in a moment. We do have a penalty against the Cardinals. We talked about that penalty-heavy first half for the Hawks. Cardinals not come up with a penalty.
Coming out right now with the unsportsmanlike conduct. That's a 15-yard or half the distance to the goal. A good break for the Harlingen South Hawks, but right now this is not what you want to see. It's about our 5th or 6th one, Aaron, that we've seen with the unsportsmanlike conduct. Those are 15-yard penalty, folks. Those are drive killers.
I tell you what, one thing we've been waiting for all night long, Joe, is that electric play, right? There's always a signature play or two where someone busts one for 70, 80 yards. Have not seen them. It's been a lot of 3 yards, 5-yard pickups, just moving the chains, and of course a lot of penalties here in the first half. Second half underway now. Zuniga on that shotgun formation. Looks downfield, he wants to pass. Has a receiver on the flat there. Get it, but nowhere near that first down marker. We're going to have a 4th down and very long for the Cardinals.
He had it out time to number 6 for Mr. Alfaro there, but right, like you said, Aaron, good stance, good right now. The Harlingen South has put a stance, so now we get the ball. Maybe it possibly could get the ball in good field position, maybe get a nice run back, give that little spark that they desperately need right now.
Number 1, Jeremiah Rivera will get a chance to do that here on the punt return. Cardinals are going to have the wind at their back, so expecting a long booming kick from the Cardinals, but here number 1 is back to return, Jeremiah Rivera. And he awaits the kick here. Beautiful night here at Boga Stadium. 10:42 remaining in the 3rd quarter. We're just getting underway here in the 2nd half. Thanks for joining us in this live broadcast. Kind of a sideways kick there. Not going to be able to be returned. Going to go out right around the 45-yard line. I tell you what, the South Hawks are going to have the shortest field to work with. It is getting nice and fresh, but it is beautiful. Handoff here right up the middle, number 34, trying to get some yardage, maybe gain of 1.
They're trying to establish a run very early again, but it looks like Harlingen is smelling that one out. That play, right now, even the fans are here saying they're changing up a little bit here, but right now it was a 1-yard play, 1-yard gain. They got to stretch that field, maybe get a long pass in.
Enrique Mabule again last week had a wonderful game against Donna North, able to really get the chains moving, has struggled here tonight to really get anything going. It really has come down to the trenches, Joe, both sides of the ball. It's been defensive line versus offensive line and vice versa. Here we go, down the field, looks Chase. He gets rid of this one. Nice pickup there to his receiver. Those little timing passes are going to be important to get that rhythm.
That was a good pass, a good catch by Adam Bustamante, and getting it right No, moving the chains. They're going to move the chains. So it's a Harlingen South first down. So good play on the offense, getting the ball in Cardinal territory. Maybe a little bit of momentum. The crowd here seems getting a little into it now. Let's see if they can get something out of this.
South Hawks definitely need to get something going. And Chase Roberts has the ability. He's got the arm strength. He has the accuracy. He can make something happen. He just needs to be able to get a rhythm going. Not able to get in the first half. Here's the second half. Mabule on the outside trying to get loose, but there's a defender for the Cardinals. Got his arms wrapped around him. Not much to go.
Mabule again going right around the left-hand side. Harlingen seems like they're sniffing out that play because every time he touches the ball, it looks like they're expecting him, and picked up about a yard. See what they can come up with. Maybe a little pass play, a little trickery here to get the defense guessing, because right now it seems like Harlingen's defense is knowing exactly what they're doing.
Second down and 10. We keep waiting for that crowd to get pumped up here in the stadium tonight, right? We're just waiting for that to happen. It's going to take a big play, I'm sure, to get it going. Nice roll out to the right. He's got some space out there, being chased from behind, but he lets this one go just too high for his receiver. Chase Roberts got out in space, Joe. That's what he needs to do. Incomplete.
He did. He ran around the right-hand side. You know, Aaron, he had a receiver going, but he also had some Cardinals chasing him. He had a little bit of space in front of him. Maybe could have possibly gained a few yards on that play, but decided to throw the ball, and it was an incomplete. So here we go with the third down.
He's looking more comfortable, though. I'm watching Chase.
I see that.
He's come out in the second half. He just has a different air about him. He needs to get some completions here so he can get even more comfortable. He's got a receiver on the outside. Nice ball thrown there to the outside. I can't tell yet, and it's going to say incomplete, but that was the right idea.
Right idea, Aaron. Again, stretching out that field, trying to expand that defense, keeping them guessing. I like the call. Unfortunately, it didn't happen for them, but I like the call. This is exactly what they need to do, is keep Harlingen guessing.
Fourth down and 10. I think this will be the fourth, maybe fifth punt of the night for.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez injury attorneys have...
For the Hawks, going to roll to his left, lets it go rugby style, end over end. It's going to take a nice Hawk roll, it looks like. They're going to blow it dead right there.
Cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases, because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
Time is your enemy at this point, Aaron.
The Cardinals have the Hawks right where they want them. They've got control of the clock right now. They're able to they're not trying to take big gashes downfield. They just want to control the clock, want to take off as much time as they can with each ensuing drive, so that the Hawks don't have that chance to make a comeback here. Zuniga can take that snap. He's going to keep this on the option play, runs to the left, and he's happy with 3 or 4 yards of rush, Joe. It keeps him going, keeps them moving to that first down marker, and keeps that clock running.
And you know what they're doing that? They get 3 or 4 yards, and they get the first down on the third down try. So it's working for them right now until South can stop that. The Cardinals are going to keep doing it, and it's eating up the clock.
Yeah, and we haven't seen as many of those little hitch routes, those little out routes to the receivers in the flats. They're going to want to keep the ball in the middle of the field as much as possible, keep that clock going. Unless they get a little bit greedy somewhere along the line, try to go for something downfield when it's least expected. Zuniga now on the keeper on the left-hand side. And there's the Hawk defense showing up.
That's just what they needed. I mean, they get pushed them back about a couple of yards, getting a little momentum going. Now it's going to be a 3rd and long for the Harlingen Cardinals. You know, this is exactly what South Hawk needs, the defense needs. They were able to hit the gaps and stop that run pretty quickly and easily.
Isaiah Bell, they're trying to get warm on the side. Can you see that? He's jumping up and down. I mean, really, Isaiah Bell, again, I'm going to go back to him. He's got 2 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown. You know, so far, if you're going to have to pick a player of the game, it's going to be number 9, Isaiah Bell. I like the way he runs. He's a strong runner. He's just getting loose right now. They come out, it's a little bit chilly now, and they got to get warm. Looking downfield, Zuniga, he wants something on the outside. Wide open receiver, nice, picking apart that zone in between 2 defensive backs. Could not be stopped.
Exactly what they had there, and they had a soft zone, and they were able to get a hitch route and get it inside and pick up the first down. Great pass, great catch. Great pass by Zuniga to hit it right on target. Now this is exactly what you did not want on the 3rd and long, is to get a first down. South allowed it to happen, and now they're going to keep on the field. They're going to stay on the field.
And so the South Hawks, they've been playing a zone, right? And so basically what's happening is there's a lot of space in between these defensive backs, and these Cardinals are finding those little gaps. They're able to get there in open space, catch the ball, and then they get 3 or 4 yards after catch. Zuniga now handoff. Right-hand side. Got another running back in. He's got some speed, some moves. He got some quickness out here on the sideline. That's number 19. He's going to come down right here in front of us. And that's a big pick up there for number 19, Kian Torres.
Wow, what a nice run right around the power line on the right-hand side. Torres was able to get some. I thought he was going to go, but he had the safety coming in an angle, and it was able to push him out right around the 25-yard line. But good pickup. Aaron, we talked about the big plays. This is it. This is what we had. This is about the biggest play we've seen.
Well, it came by way of Kian Torres, number 19. He has not been in the game all night long. He comes in and he just provides it's like a switch up here from what we've been saying on Isaiah Bell. He's got quickness, he's got speed, and he got outside real quick. Number 3, here's go pick up Galvan, 15, now down to the 10, block on the sideline, down to the 4. And what a catch there by Galvan.
What a catch right in front of us there. We have the same catch. He ran in, had a guy right in front of him, was able to move around, juke him, get down to about the 3-yard line. Harlingen is setting up and ready to go.
No huddle. They're going back to the line of scrimmage. They're keeping up that pace. It's moving fast now. Handoff, 19. They're going to say the quarterback's knee went down when he tried to hand that ball out.
That's what it looks like, Aaron.
Yeah, if you look, I don't know if we're going to chance at that replay, but basically what happens is that quarterback had to recover that low snap and put his knee on the ground.
And we've been seeing the low snaps all the night here, and right now it cost Harlingen about 5 yards, 6 yards because of the low snap. He was able to get the knee down, and you know, in high school football, when your knee is down, you're down.
So Cardinals going to stall. It looked like they were going nonstop, right? It looks like they were moving back to the line of scrimmage. They were going quickly. And that knee down is going to stall him just for a moment. But here we go again, 2nd down and 9 for the Cardinals. Man in motion, that's Tristan Vasquez. He'll get the handoff here on the outside, trying to find that edge. Gets upfield, 5-4, push that at the 3-yard line.
Good run around their outside. He was able to get down, able to get some of those yards back. Now we got about a good 3rd down and 3. Good run back around, getting the Harlingen Cardinals back in position to score. We got 2 yards to the 3rd and 2.
Down here, 3rd and 2. It was not a 1st and goal to start off with, so they actually have 2 yards to gain. I mean, it's going to end up like inches from that goal line. So Cardinals down here, 3rd down and 2 to go. Zuniga in the backfield, shotgun formation now. Going to go a little change of pace here in the running back, it looks like. And we'll keep it left hand rolling out. Wants to find someone who's being chased from behind, though. Won't make the edge. A couple of hits there. Do not allow him to get into that end zone.
Zuniga rolling around the left-hand side, got hit twice. It looks like it was going to be a loss, but Aaron, he was managed to get a yard. I mean, got down to about the 1-yard line. Got hit with 2 South Hawks, came in and hit him really good, but was able to get in. I thought he was going to get in. I really thought he was going to move in. So it's a 4th down right here. Harlingen is going to decide. It looks like they're going to go for it.
You've got to like the resiliency of the South Hawk defense here. They're mounting a goal line stand. They really want to stuff this one. Here we go. We're going to go with Isaiah Bell. Remember, he's 3 for 3 when he gets in this position here. He's going to take the handoff, keep it. Left-hand side, makes a juke, but he's going to be stopped by the South Hawks. Isaiah Bell will not get in. He does not go 3 for 3 on the goal line.
Harlingen South just made a defensive stand. Found and stuffed out Bell. They were able to, I think they saw that play coming. They saw that, read that play coming. They were able to make a good stop. Now get a little bit of momentum going. Harlingen on the 4th and 1 turns the ball over on downs, ladies and gentlemen, on downs. So South is going to get the ball here about the 1-yard line. Got 99 yards to go, though, Aaron. That's going to be a long drive here.
Long drive, I tell you what, though, but more than an actual, 4th down stop, that's a character win right there because it shows your team that you got fight left in you. If they were laying down, that would have been a touchdown because Isaiah Bell, again, was 3 for 3 on the night when he gets in that situation. But the South Hawk defense is telling the rest of their team, we're not lying down and we're not quitting. They're still fighting us. So here we go. Like you said, 99 yards, a long way to go. They've got to get this ball out of the end zone, get some safe space for them to work with. Here you go. Throw on the outside. Almost intercepted, but incomplete.
Incomplete pass. It was lucky it wasn't intercepted, Aaron. A little dangerous play, but Harlingen is sniffing out the run, so I guess it was a good call for the Harlingen to try to pass the ball, get some 7-8 yards on there, but Harlingen is really doing a heck of a job by stuffing that run right now.
Got number 8 in there. That's Xander Casares. Xander Cáceres, they make the switch there. He's going to be in that shotgun formation waiting. He's more of a prototypical passer, but he's going to keep it this time. Tucks it up the middle. Maybe he gains inches. Trying to get some space from that goal line, Joe, but there's just nothing there in the middle.
There's nothing there. I think he got about a yard, and this is right now a big, crucial play for Harlingen, because if they can make a stop here, what's going to happen is they're going to have to be punting from the end zone and get Harlingen the ball in really good field position going against the wind at that too.
That you were exactly right, Joe, because that punter's going to be literally lined up on that back white line, and you have safety that comes into play there. Block punt, recovery, touchdown. South needs to get away from this goal line here, or else that goal line stand was for naught. Again, Xander in now, number 8, takes a snap, looks downfield, wants to pass, lets it fly. He's got a receiver on the outside, but there's a defender in the way. And that's going to be just short. Underthrows him just a little bit.
Underthrows him a little bit. I think he had a little bit of pressure, Aaron, and he was able to try to get the ball out as quick as possible before taking that sack and possibly maybe giving up 2 points. But nonetheless, now they're going to have to punt. They're going to, like you said, they're going to punt deep in their end zone right now. So Harlingen is expected to get the ball pretty good field position. Also punting against the wind right now. They're punting against the northern wind.
And that throw, I think, it's a light breeze coming out of that north. I've been talking about it all night long. Probably tired of me talking about it. But I think at the very end, that ball just died right there in that little breeze, Joe, and it just came underneath that wide receiver because he's throwing into it. Now they got to punt into it. Good snap, gets it out of the back of the end zone and just gets rid of this ball. That's about the best that this punter could do, to be honest with you. The ball's going to roll out about the 50-yard line, and you got to be happy with that if you're the special teams coach for the Hawks.
Well, exactly what they wanted. They wanted to
apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Decline that. They could have really put the Hawks in a tough situation. Harlingen South Hawks able to get that ball away. So 1st and 10, ball's on the 48-yard line. The Cardinals again in command and control of the ball game. They are writing their own destiny right now. Pass on the outside. They're going to say that's an incomplete pass.
Hit the ball around the outside and pitch incomplete pass. Rolling out that same curl play. I think South is kind of sniffing that one out a little bit. Harlingen's going to come a little bit more creative here because the defense looks a little bit, a little pumped up, a little excited here for Harlingen South. Has a little bit of momentum going here. Stopped them the very first time at the goal line and a 4th and 1. 4th and goal on the 1.
Mentioned that first half, Joe, that they're getting closer to start jumping those little routes on the outside. And now it looks like they're playing a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage, a little bump and run. They got to cover one here with a safety in the back. So they're going to run it right up the middle. Pushing those defenders to the perimeter, take it up the middle, and that's what the Cardinals are doing.
Kian Torres, number 19, about a 3-yard run right up the gut. This is going to be one crucial play for the Harlingen South defense. If they could, hold them here and stop that momentum, stop the momentum of Harlingen offense. Get a play, get something going, get that offense back on the field.
Adjustments have definitely been made on the South Hawk defensive side of the ball. They've tightened it up. They're jumping those routes. They're putting that pressure on those receivers. So they're going to really make Zuniga work for this one. He's going to look downfield either way. Those got right there in that zone again, that little zone space. He's going to just pick it apart. That pass has been open, Joe, and they've been hitting it.
You've called it again, Aaron, over and over. It's that soft zone, and Harlingen's been able to beat it down with a curl route, get it down in there, and nobody around them, and able to move the chains on a third and long. So here we go again with the zone play. They've got to put a little bit more pressure.
All right, Cardinals now. Ball's on the ground, though. He gets it off of it. It looks like he's down. They're going to call him down. Tristan Vasquez on the outside. Went down to a knee again, tried to get up, but he was down right there.
They've got to make some adjustments with the center because that's about a 3-yard loss. And I don't know if it's the timing. I don't know if it's the ball coming out too low, but they've got to make an adjustment with the center and try to get that ball a little higher because he's picking it up really low. And that was a pass play that lost 3-4 yards.
But they're going back to that same well. There's been adjustments made for the South Hawk defense in the second half. They're going to have to find another way to move the ball. Looking downfield, he wants to throw this. Now looking in the middle, got someone middle deep, letting it fly, open behind. He got behind the coverage, Joe. He got behind 2 cornerbacks and a safety, number 88, but that was just a bad underthrown ball, or else that would have been touchdown Cardinals.
He was open. Ian Solis, number 88 for the Harlingen Cardinals. Hesitated a little bit, though. Zuniga hesitated. Had to turn him around a little bit, but not able to get to the ball.
I gotta mention, Joe, there's a lot of coaching happening, right? More than usual, because you have to understand that they're still learning these schemes, they're still learning these plays, and so there's a lot of one-on-one coaching coming across that I'm watching with my own eyes, you know, that they're trying to get these guys up to speed, right? They're just starting this season. There's a pick up there to number 3. That's a nice one by Galvan. That should be enough for a first down.
Again, Galvan, you see Zuniga to Galvan, 11-yard gain, moving down, marching down on that defense. Not putting any pressure. You know, they got to put a little bit of pressure on Zuniga, but he's got a lot of time back there.
Yeah, you know, I like being down here. We're on the track, by the way, in the open air. And I like it because I'm really close. I can actually see the interactions going on between the coaches and the players, at least on the south side. I can't really see the Harlingen side. But, you know, they're doing a lot of individual coaching right now. They haven't had a chance to really learn these playbooks fully yet. And so they're learning on the fly tonight. Zuniga looks downfield. Here comes some pressure finally. Almost intercepted. What a play there by number 7. He just drops it there at the last second. Tristan Vasquez may have had a hand in popping that out.
David Cortez had that. It looks like he had the interception, but Tristan Vasquez they kind of collided to one another and was able to drop that ball to give Harlingen the ball back. But good play there by Vasquez to make sure that he didn't get the interception.
David Cortez, you know, I got to mention him, a 4 years starter for the Hawks. He's been since a freshman.
Wow.
Safety back here, and he's a great player. And he almost came down with a pick on that one. Zuniga looking downfield, wants to let this one fly. There's that zone right there, just right in front of the safety. It's going to be right at the first down marker.
It's going to be about a yard shy, Aaron. According to the ref, but again, you know, that soft zone, they're able to that curl route and able to hit it on there. If they keep playing this soft zone, they're going to keep doing the same play until they figure it out. They're not making an adjustment on that zone.
One thing you have to say, you know, you got to give it to the secondary, right? Because Zuniga has had almost no pressure on him all night long. He's had all the time to sit back there and pass the ball, yet the secondary has been pretty tight. First down run for sure for the Cardinals and more. And nice handoff to Isaiah Bell. We're getting right down into Isaiah Bell territory, Joe.
Right up the gut area, he was able to get in there. A good push by the offensive line of the Harlingen Cardinals. Got a first and goal about the 8-yard line. I think we're going to start seeing a little bit more Bell time.
He's 3 for 4 in the red zone. Okay?
He's 3 for 4.
So, and he had South Hawks had an amazing stuff last go round. Now remember, they like to put him in that quarterback position, Isaiah Bell, and now we know he can throw the ball too. But right now it's still Zuniga's show. He's going to show you what he's got. First down now, and goal handoff. Isaiah Bell up the middle is going to push that pile. There's Levi Ince, number 44.
Was able to push that pile, got about 2 or 3 yards, made a positive gain on it anyway. Bell, again, was able to get 2 or 3 yards. Second and goal right now, and Aaron, I still think it's Bell time. I think it's going to be that. It's bell time down in the red zone for the Harlingen Cardinals.
It's also going to be fourth quarter time as the clock expires in the third quarter. That quarter went much faster to me than the first.
South Padre Island Golf Club. Come for a visit. Stay for a lifetime.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, J. Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. J. Gonzalez.
They're taking their time. They're not rushing. They're trying to drain that clock, all right? And here we go to start off the fourth quarter. Got Zuniga, we got Isaiah Bell in the backfield there.
right-hand
Second down and
side.
6. Zuniga takes it, gonna keep it up the middle. He wants a touchdown. Looks like he's gonna have a leap and a touchdown for the Cardinals.
Aaron, he went up untouched. He went literally untouched. Nobody able to touch him. The offensive line was able to create a good hole on the right-hand side, and Zuniga was able to score pretty easily, being untouched or hit. So the Harlingen Cardinals now have scored and are up 26-0 against the South Hawks at the very start of the fourth quarter.
I got to tell you what, we got a chance to see the bands at halftime, Joe. They're greatly reduced in number, right? We're used to seeing both bands actually having a couple hundred, students out here marching, spanning the field. But I tell you what, for being a smaller band, both sides, they're producing.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
Thank everybody for showing up here, and we want to thank everybody for watching it at home.
So we can keep doing this, right?
Yes.
And so we're trying to do this across all places in the district, and so thankful for everybody complying and doing a great job of that tonight. All right, return here for South Hawks. Let's get back to football. Excited for a fourth quarter before us. Hey, you know what? It's 27-0. At this point, it's fun. Learn the playbook. These guys are still learning on the fly. You got to get some things ready because there's still district ahead. 1-0 both teams. Someone's going to come out of here 1-1. There's still a lot of district play to go.
A lot of district play. South right now got the ball in decent field position. Aaron, I don't know if the game is out of hand there with 11:51 left, but at least, like you said, let's get some momentum going. Put some points on the board. Maybe some momentum carrying the next week. I'm not saying that the game is over, but I mean, 11:51 left in the quarter. But it is a tough climb. 27 points against this defense.
Definitely against this defense. And I think you said it right. Coach Gomez always has a defense dialed in and year out, and he's got it once again this year with some new names, some new faces, but he's making it happen. Here's an end around here. Nowhere to go for the Hawks, and every time I find that they try to stretch that field, Joe, there's just nothing on the edge.
There's nothing on the edge. The speed of the Harlingen Cardinals. And we got number 14 down of South. We just hope that is number 14, I believe. I couldn't see his number. I don't know if it's Jacob or if it's Joe Mesa. I couldn't see if it was 14 or 9, but anyway, we want to make sure that he's okay.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
Stinger in there, but good to see him get up.
Someone mentioned cake and donuts in the stands. I'm over here thinking abuelitas, Joe.
Oh.
It'd be nice if someone brought us a nice little hot cup, but we can't because there's no food or drinks in the stadium, all right? That's part of the protocol, but it's wishful thinking on our part. Nice little abuelitas. Hot chocolate would have been nice, but that way, no, next time. All right, 11:27 remaining in the ball game. They're going to let that clock roll down. There's not a lot of urgency from either team right now. Again, there's a lot to learn in this game. There's a lot of reps. You can't get these types of reps playing against your own guys, so might as well do it out here on the field. Lots of pressure. South Hawks and another Cardinal sack.
He had no chance on that one, Aaron. That line came through. I think they had an outside blitz coming inside. But Chase Roberts had no chance. Before he took 2 steps, he had already a few Cardinals right in front of him. So you got to give it to the Harlingen defensive line. They've been putting a lot of pressure on him.
3rd down and 20 coming up now for the Hawks, and that is a pretty daunting task here, especially since they have not really been able to stretch the field. You know, again, we mentioned earlier that Chase Roberts has had some guys open downfield, some drop passes, but he's going to take a shot here. It looks like he wants to set up, but every time he gets ready, he's get pressure, but he's going to use his legs, which unfortunately we haven't seen more of tonight.
Yes, he had a quarterback keeper, got about 11, 12 yards, was able to get down, but at least open up the gap a little bit of that defense. It's going to be 4th down, Aaron. It's, you know, 4th and 8, and 9 to go. What do you think they should do here? I mean, you know, they're down 27-0. They just had one of their biggest runs and biggest gains of the night.
Yeah, punt unit's going to go in, Joe. You know, I think it's a smart thing to do right now. You know, there's definitely a lot of momentum right now in the Cardinals' favor. You know, you're trying to preserve, you know, some semblance of competition, right? And so you want to make it fair.
So we got a timeout. Harlingen maybe.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
At the points, and so you're looking at
Let's see.
All right. Well, Southhawks definitely comes out with special teams. They're ready to punt this one away, win at the back. So they do this little rugby style. So don't really get a lot of air underneath the punts. It's more of a end around. He's going to keep this one on the outside. Punter keeper trying to make it to their first down mark. And I think he does. I think they're first down Hawks.
Whoa, we got a little excitement. They ran around the keeper, and he was able to pick up the first down. You see, Torres, you know, he runs. That was actually what, Nick De La Rosa, right?
Number 22.
That was number 22. Leo Torres.
You got to give us some love, man.
It was a great call, great play, because, you know, the punter does run around the right side anyway. So is he going to punt? Is he going to go? Is he going to punt? And then he decided to put the Jets on, and we're able to pick the first down.
Leo, he comes up. Hopefully he's okay holding that shoulder. I'll get back to that here in a second. Going to be a nice little give right here for the Southhawks, and he gets stuffed right at the line.
Got stuffed right at the line, Aaron. But going back to that play, I love that they went for it. They're not giving up. They want to keep put the points on the board. Nobody wants to go home and say you got shut out, especially by a hometown rival.
Remember, the Cardinals last week against McAllen Memorial, they pitched a shutout to right about this time in the fourth quarter when McAllen Memorial was finally able to get through the line for a rushing touchdown. But the Cardinals last week, they pitched a shutout for 3.5 quarters. They want that shutout. They were disappointed that they gave up that last touchdown. They don't want to give it up, so they're not going to want to give it up tonight either. On the outside now, looking downfield, Chase Roberts wants to let it fly. In and out of the hands. That was almost intercepted.
Roberts right here getting chased. Yeah, he got a lot of pressure by number 37, but he's been pressured all night, Aaron. He has not had much chance to stay in the pocket, throw the ball downfield. He's been running for his life every single time we see him.
3rd down and 13. Man, that was exciting. I was going to mention that Leo Torres, he came up holding his shoulder. He's not used to getting hit, man. Punters are not used to getting hit or hitting even. And so hopefully he's okay. I think he's all right. He's on the sideline now. But, man, what a run. That was one of the most electric runs we've seen tonight. All right, number 3, that's Chase Roberts. He's going to try to make something happen. Looking downfield, here comes the pressure, steps up in the pocket, lets it fly in and out of the hands of number 2. He had him there with a step.
He had a step, A.J. Flores, but Eric Ilantan for the Harlingen Cardinals were able to make that stop, get his hand in front. That was a good play by Eric Ilantan here for the Harlingen Cardinals, the safety for the Harlingen Cardinals.
I'm reading Chase Roberts. You can see him there on your screen, and that face says it all, right? He's like,
Yes.
man, I just want one good one downfield, right? He's been working hard. He's been chased all night long. He's been hit, thrown. You know, someone's been in his face. And, you know, he just wants to complete
and
one
they're going to
nice
go for
downfield.
it. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
4th and 13. Here we go. Rolling to his right, trying to find a receiver. There's the pressure, though. And it's just too much for Chase Roberts tonight. The Cardinals are all over in that backfield.
Christian Luna with the sack here, ladies and gentlemen. It's been very tough for Chase Roberts to get any kind of momentum going. He's been running for his life left, right. You know, he's had a few times in the pocket, but the majority, 80% of the time, he's running and getting chased down by one of the Cardinals. Again, they were able to get him down. A turnover on downs with with a loss. With a good gain, Harlingen will be getting the ball at the Hawk 45.
So, you know, to mention, Cardinals have not been electric on offense. They have not had big plays. They haven't really had too much, you know, not too much pizzazz, if you will, but they've just been kind of eating up clock and eating up field, and so they're going to return. Here's that little screen pass. It's going to be a screen throw, but there's the defenders learning, get up on those receivers on the outside. That was going to be a quick pass.
Yes,
So, and
it looked like a pass, but Galvan saw the defenders and took it down, and he was able to lose, 2-3 yards. Like you said, Aaron, I think they've been going to that play a little bit, going in well, and that one almost cost them there.
Running that one in the first half would have been very successful because the South defenders hadn't adjusted yet. In the second half,
it looks like they've adjusted here.
They have adjusted, yeah. And so, you know, you have to look at the South Hawks defense in the second half. They've given up 1 touchdown. They've been on the field a lot tonight.
And they've been in the field a lot.
And they've tightened up here in this second half. And so hats off to the defensive coordinator, that coaching staff. They've been able to at least stop the bleeding, if you will.
They have, Aaron, because they've only allowed 7 points, and they've been on the field quite a bit.
Yes,
The South offense hasn't mustered anything to keep them off. So, you know, hats off to them. Yeah, they're playing their hearts off.
They really are. Zuniga again with that snap, looks downfield, wants to pass this one, steps up in the pocket. Here comes the pressure, left-hand side, now rolls, looking for somebody, lets him fly and almost intercepted. If it wasn't for the ground, number 29 would have had an interception.
Yeah, that was number 29, Alejandro. Well, Mr. Garza there. But anyway, he had the big chance.
Abelardo.
Yeah. Great play by him. So, right, you know, he's got able to stop now. Puts Harlingen down at about a 3rd and 13, 3rd and 14 to go. See what happens here.
All right, here goes that South Hawk defense. Going to try to get another stop here with 3rd and 14. Trying to give their offense another shot at this one. Looks downfield. Zuniga steps up, lets it fly. Nice dart thrown. And I'm going to tell you what, it's that little 10 to 12 yard zone, Joe, that has been open left and right.
Soft zone again, Aaron. As the soft zone's been getting them down there, doing a curl route on that soft zone. I mean, this was a 3rd and 14, and we're able to pick up 15, 16 yards and move the chains for a first down.
You know, see how he drops it in behind 2 defenders and in front of the safety, right? And that's been there all night long. And you got to give it a Zuniga because that takes a special touch pass to be able to get it into that little pocket. And there's little pockets that are open. He drops it in beautifully, and so that has been working all night long. Zuniga again, he's going to hand this one off. Number 14 makes a little scat move. Good night by Zuniga.
Salceda right around the right-hand side. Not much going, maybe about 2 yards, but, you know, got to give it to Hawks defense. They're not going to give up. They're going to try to stop this game. They're going to try to end this game with a stop. Because the 6:48 still play a lot of time. But they've been on the field a lot, Aaron, and they've been on the field. And you could see that they've been, you know, a lot of plays out there. A little tired, maybe.
Got hands on the hip. Again, remember, 2nd game of the season, so that in-game conditioning still needs to come on, and it's not there yet. Handoff there, left-hand side. Good push there. Great tackle there by the gangrene, I'm going to call him, as they're able to come around that
he
running
got
back.
Swarmed there. Ian Torres, number 19 for the Harlingen Cardinals. Able to get about 3-4 yards, but this is going to be a crucial 3rd down. This is about 3rd and 3. South has got to make a stand. I mean, you know, the game might be out of hand already, but at least to get that offense going, at least get some points on the board, something to build momentum on.
3rd down and 3 coming up now for the Cardinals. Zuniga there in the shotgun formation. He's got his running backs going to pass it. There's a little hitch route out there. Number 5, Tristan Vasquez makes a nice move. He's got speed, spins, And he's down. That'll be a first down and more.
Oh, he had a lot more. And the same play that they've been blowing down to Tristan Vasquez, number 5, off the right-hand side. Able to get down, move the chains, get about 5-8 more yards on the play. Putting Harlingen at a first down at the right at the 10-yard line, Aaron. I don't know if it's a first and goal or right around outside of the 10.
They're going to call it first and 10. Yeah, there's just about a yard in between that first down marker and the goal line. So first and 10 now for the Cardinals. Zuniga looks over to the right, checking out those poster boards again there. You can see them. They're off screen right now, but that's how they're getting the plays in. Coaches from the Cardinals are yelling something. They're trying to switch the slot receiver and the number 1 receiver, trying to get them switched on the line. Couldn't get them switched. Timeout, Cardinals.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
I know. I have good insulation though, so I don't need a jacket today. But next week I may need it. All right, here we go. Zuniga looking on the outside. Tristan Vasquez on the end around, and he'll run into a wall of green there.
A wall of green. Vasquez are on the right-hand side, able to pick up about 2, maybe 3 yards. Maybe not. No. No, I think it was a no gain. I'm sorry about that. Hard for me to see at this angle.
It is a challenge. Got a little window that we're peeking through here, folks, so we're trying to get you the right information. The screen helps definitely here. Second down.
Well, it helps if you're 6'7".
Well, that's true. Yeah, I got a little height advantage over here. Standing about 6'6" with shoes on tonight. All right, Zuniga now looks downfield, wants to pass. Got someone open in the end zone. Lets it fly to the back of the end zone. That's intercepted by the South Hawks.
This is what they needed, Aaron, a turnover late in the game. Harlingen wanted to push the board and get a 34-0 or something. But great play.
Who were they going after? Who were they targeting here? Let's
88,
see.
it looks
88,
like.
88 in the back of the end zone right there. But what a great job here. Number 7 for
What's
the
number
South
7?
Hawks. Yeah, that's David Cortez, the 4-year letterman.
David Cortez sniffed that one out. He saw the slant to the right-hand side, and he came in and took the ball away from them. Great play for David Cortez. Got to get my hats off to David Cortez on that one.
He's played a great game. He almost had an interception, remember, at the drive last time here in the third quarter.
This time he got it.
He got it this time, and he held on. Good job there by David Cortez. 4-year senior. I know I talked to him last year, man. He's got a lot of passion for the game. Smart kid, and he makes things happen at that safety position. All right, got number 3. That's still Chase Roberts. He's back in his end zone. He's going to keep this one up the middle, trying to find space, get away from that goal line. He does. Couple-yard gain there for Chase Roberts.
Right at quarterback keeper, Aaron, I guess just to try to get a little bit more room because, the pressure that he's been getting, the last thing South wanted to do is get a safety or anything like that and get that momentum going and get the ball back to Harlingen. So, you like to call, yeah, he got out of the end zone. He got out and get a couple of yards. And maybe a little bit more breathing room is what I'm trying to say. A little bit more breathing room for the Hawk offense to operate.
We're at 4 minutes and counting. Again, like I mentioned earlier, not a whole lot of urgency, right? They're not trying to speed to the line of scrimmage to make any hack. I really feel like they're going through reps now. What a better way to practice, to get some reps in than going against the Cardinal defense. It's going to help them in the long run. Number 34 gets the carry on that one. He'll get a couple yards.
He got a couple of yards around the outside. Yeah, he picked up 2. But, they've been running that play, that little sweep around the outside. Harlingen's speed on the defensive line is pretty good. So it's hard to run that same play, and it looks like he's maybe a little bit banged up there.
I'm watching here, number 51-76 for the South Hawks, the guard and the right tackle. And they're coaching each other, too. And they're using this as an opportunity to learn some things that they're picking up on the fly. And so you got to commend these players, these athletes out here, coaching staff even, right, for working with such adverse conditions to make this game happen.
That was with the number 4 that threw the pass. Was it Ethan Garza? Well, regardless of what happened here, point is now they have a 4th down. It looks like the punting unit is going to come in, and it's going to give Harlingen the ball with about 3 minutes and 4 seconds. Possibly good field position, Aaron, and it's Harlingen. They're going to want to try to score again, or are they going to just, try to run out this game out and say that they did good? But, we talked about this in the second half. Got to give a lot of credit to the defense of South that came out. I mean, they were very tired. Only gave up 7 points to the 20 at the first half. Could have been a blowout, but they, well, that was a bad punt.
That's picked up there by Tristan Vasquez. He's going to get it with a full head of steam. And he's running down that sideline there, and he's making something happen. So the Cardinals are going to have the ball almost where they were at the end of the last drive. If it stands, of course.
If it stands, it looks like maybe he got pushed a little late out. It's what I saw on the monitor here. Looks like he got hit maybe out of bounds. I don't know, but there's a South student down, so you can just look at the replay.
Man, he's a speedy guy, and
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Because the game could have gone out of control from them very early on. I think that ejection, though it's unfortunate, and sorry for that.
We're this close.
We are this close of wanting to
making history. This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again.
This close. We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close. If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Okay, we got that cleared out.
So it comes back to the very baseline for that was that the Cardinal defense was offsides. So that grants them the 5 yards first down. Then they're going to enforce the unsportsmanlike dead ball fouls. So Southhawks get the ball back.
And they're going to have it very deep.
There's a lot of confusion because look, the Cardinal offense is still in the field.
So Aaron, does we go half the distance and then half the distance again? Because there was 2 unsportsmanlike conduct.
So say it was on the 10, it goes to the 5, the 5 to the 2.5.
Yes.
But baseline was that the Cardinals were offsides on
the punt.
So then that gives them the 5 yards to give them the first down, right? And then now they start to take the penalty yards off of that. Yeah, good job by the officiating crew because that was complex. That was like an algebraic equation right there. So
I was a little stunned.
That's why they're taking so long. That's why they're taking so long.
I was a little stunned on that. I was like, okay.
Okay, so the Southhawks have the ball, 2:52 remaining. The bad news is they're back on the 2-yard line, 3-yard line, I think. And so they got to get out of that end zone. They've been playing get out of the end zone game here a few drives here in the second half. And there goes Chase on the outside.
But that's number 8.
Is that number 8? Maybe we have a quarterback change. Okay, you're right.
Caceres here.
On the stop, number 15, Nate Rodriguez for the Cardinals.
Nate Rodriguez for the stop there for the Harlingen Cardinals. Been hearing his name quite a bit today.
Gonna bring up second down.
2:28 and just counting down. I think we're at the point, Joe, right now where it's like conservative football. Get to the end of the game, preserve your teams, right? No more injuries. Live to fight another week. And next week we continue. Every game is playoff. Has playoff implications because there was no pre-district, and so right now, wow, incomplete pass. It's all about staying healthy and staying in contention.
Now, going back to what you were saying right now, South decided to throw the ball. Now they're in the third down with the clock stopped. You know, was that something that maybe we should just run the ball, try to keep the ball out, and run the ball again, or just punt and try to milk that clock to end this game and go away here? Because now you may give Harlingen the ball back.
Yeah, you're completely right. You know, however, at the same time, like, if you're the Hawks, you know the Cardinals get good field position. They're probably going to try to stick another one on you, you know. So he wants to get away from that end zone as much as possible. But that's conservative right there.
Conservative play. But you have to, you know, now with those two sportsmanlike conducts, is Harlingen a little bit fired up. So, you know, we're going to have this. We'll see right now. There's still a minute and 45 seconds left to play in the second half. I mean, in the fourth quarter. And it looks like we're going to punt the ball. But Harlingen's going to get the ball in good field position. So we'll see.
Looking who they're sending. So they're not going to send out Tristan Vasquez this time. They're going to send out number 14, Zach Salceda. And so we'll get a new player in there to return a punt. You know, it's just that the South punts are really hard to return well because they're that kind of slow, squibbly rugby style.
Yeah, that rugby style of kicking.
Some personnel issues there for the South Hawks. I don't think they got him set on time. And so there's going to be a flag on that one. It's a great punt. Great punt. But, you know, that player got in. He didn't even have a chance to get set, and they snapped the ball. So they're going to call him for an illegal shift or illegal formation.
So
Harlingen
probably declined. I think it'll be declined. Yeah.
They're going to decline the.
At this point, it's kind of like you're trudging through the mud to get to the end of the game now, right? It's like one thing after another here at the end. And I'll tell you, if you can tell from home, that the stadium is eerily quiet, right? Like it's
defense.
They're going to call it a defense?
On the offense. Those fouls are all set.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll replay fourth down.
We're going to have to replay it regardless.
I didn't see the offside, but I did see the legal shift. So offsetting, they're going to replay fourth down.
So you have to replay it.
You know, if you've ever been wading through mud before, right? Like it's really, like you need to go 5 yards where it takes you 15 mintes.
Yeah.
That's where the end of the game is right now, folks. As they're trying to get to the end here, just because of penalties. And, you know, unfortunately, penalties have been the story of the night as early on the Southhawks really, you know, hurt themselves because it was back-to-back personal fouls.
Right.
You know, and of course, Harlingen contributed with that with an ejection and back and forth, but there's been a lot of flags tonight, Joe.
A lot. And a lot of unsportsmanlike conducts, Aaron. And, this, you know, you don't want to see that kind of stuff. You know, you're going to hold, you're going to go offsides. That's okay. That's part of the game. But unsportsmanlike conduct is a controllable flag.
You know, a lot of these guys haven't seen each other for 8 months, man. You know, so I know there's a lot of pent-up anger and, you know, the emotions that come with Bird Bowl. And so, you know, it's not surprising, you know, that we've had so many of those unsportsmanlike / personal fouls. All right, here we go. Speaking of, Joe.
Yeah, we got 52 seconds there, Karen. 52 seconds left of the game. Some of the fans have left the game already. He's still down there. All right, yeah.
I tell you what, it's thanks for joining us. By the way, if you're still hanging with us,
thank you so much.
You are a fan, all right? You are a fan.
You're a true fan.
Joe rules. You deserve a button, and so I just appreciate you, Joe and I here, and all the crew here at KHGN. You know, just enjoy and appreciate you all joining us here for this live broadcast tonight.
Yeah.
And,
so we got maybe one, maybe two plays. We see the fans out here going out. Majority have stayed, though. You know, maybe about 20-30% have gone.
Well, some of it's probably because of the game, and some of it's because someone wanted some abuelitas, all right?
Yeah.
And so wanted some hot
I
chocolate.
heard donuts a little while ago.
Me too. So it's kind of cool out here. But it's just a beautiful evening. It's great to be back under the lights here at Bogus. And, you know, you mentioned the pregame, Joe. The kind of cool thing about this year, like you said, I think next week would have been the wrap-up of regular season, and then you would start playoffs, you know, and then run into – if you're playing in Thanksgiving, that means you're going in second, third round of the playoffs. Well, this year – you're playing. Everybody's playing around Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And playoffs don't start till the week after Thanksgiving this year in December.
So you could say this year we played in December.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know.
2020.
You know, it was always a goal to play during Thanksgiving. Well, everybody's going to play Thanksgiving week now. Well, assuming that there's no COVID outbreaks, of course.
Yeah.
You know, and that everybody stays healthy, which we're praying and hoping for. But either way, we're going to wrap this one up here. We're at 20 seconds in the fourth quarter. 27-0 is going to seem to be the final score.
And that's going to be it. That's going to be it. There's no more plays running around. 12 seconds left to play in the game. Looks like Harlingen's going to come out with a 27-0 victory over the South Hawks. Yes, Linda.
There's some good sportsmanship going on, you know, and you know, between the whistle, between the games, they put their big boy pants on, they go to war, but afterwards, you know, I pray that there's some good sportsmanship. Well, maybe not.
I wonder what that's about.
I have no idea. But either way, you know, hats out to the coaches, hats out to the players, hats out to the band, to the cheerleaders, the dance teams.
And to the fans.
Yeah, and you know what? And all the workers, Joe, all the maintenance workers and all the guys that are out here preparing the stadium and putting the stickers on the stands and, you know, getting it ready so that we can come and enjoy this. Big thank you to everybody who worked hard for that.
So I guess what happened, Aaron, is that they could not do they were just waving at one another, I guess.
Yeah,
you know?
so they could not shake hands after the game, and so they kind of formed two lines, and I don't know what they did, but
never seen that one done.
Waving goodbye to each other, I don't know. But anyways, hey, for Joe and Aaron, it's been a pleasure to bring tonight's ball game here. Bogus Stadium. We're looking forward to the weeks that are coming.
Yes.
And we're going to cram 7 games in 5 weeks. And so please join us again on our live broadcast. Again, thanks for listening.
Thank you very much.
Have a great night.